what you mean by that, but I definitely did not lose my shorts. I was in the shorts. That's for sure.
I just wanted to say before we go, buy Epic Strategy. You lost your voice on this channel.
No,
it's been
what
real,
is it?
brother.
No.
Peace. Big kahunas.
Oh, Epic, what do you do?
He's an idiot.
Welcome back. Welcome, everybody. Okay. You know what? What's crazy? I was impressed. Sean, you're doing strength workouts. I mean, Joe Sharif talking about all the, like, he's showing off, like, this kipping and all this stuff.
Oh, no.
Look, man, the only workout that I did today was them curls with that cookie we had at,
I got the cookie right here.
lunch. Oh, you got a different one.
Did I? This is chocolate chip.
Oh, I got
I
like.
just realized I didn't eat it.
I got like it was like a lemon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The lemon one's not that bad.
I thought it was pretty good, man, but there was only one. So I got like one, like you break it up so I get more than one rep. Just that's what I'm talking about. You got to make sure you eat well. Oh, I appreciate that. Oh, that is soft.
I'm all about sharing, I'm all about sharing. Pretty good, right? All right, I'll take over.
Oh, this is
you might be a minute on that.
This is legit.
All right, welcome, everybody. I'm still in. Oh, it doesn't show you what I'm in right now. I'm still in these two trades, but NVIDIA is trying to make a way down. So there it goes. There we go. These are from the open. I didn't do much over lunch at all, to be honest with you. I went down there. I forgot you didn't get to go see the car, but Randy and I went down there. One of my hubcaps.
Right.
I actually took off those aero wheels. Underneath, there's some really sweet hubcaps, some really sweet rims. So I took those off. Now I'm trying to order these like caps and everything like that for the tires, wheels.
A tasty burger.
Tasty. So we didn't do too much there, and then we walked around, we did our thing, but here's NVIDIA. Looks like it wants to break view up. I just heard Joe talking about, the market's coming back in, and that's obvious right here as well. There goes Apple as well. We actually have one piece left. You know what? Let's just regroup and get the you know what out of everything right now. I don't even have the news in my ear right now, so I'm not sure what this whole story is. It may be nothing. I don't know. I feel like the best thing to do is just to get out when stuff is going like this. So there it is, man. Down. We got down at some good prices. Boom, 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 all over the place right there as we continue to go. So yeah, nice plays there. Look, everything's been good, man. Palantir down here, 131. Everything's cracking a little bit lower right now, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on. I'm going to load up the news.
I have it up.
Yeah, I have it up too. I don't hear anything. So
I think it could be technical. I think really the acceleration. The acceleration just happened when the Nasdaq cracked like 21.7. It looks like there was nothing at 2 o'clock. We didn't. No, is
there an auction?
No, there wasn't an auction or anything. So it was nothing at 2. But there was some acceleration there when the Nasdaq lost 21.7, 59.8 is on the ES went as well. But that move into VWAP there.
This Palantir might be a buy.
I don't know. Like I'm in Micron.
I bought Palantir.
That was more of a trend break, and it just lost 2. I was looking to play it back into 101.
Oh, it's Fed minutes just dropped.
Oh, it was minutes?
I think so.
Why?
They just said these minutes are from the old. I don't know. I just heard in my ear something about Fed minutes, but we didn't have that on.
Okay, maybe my thing is not on then.
I'm gonna try Palantir down here at VWAP. It's just a nice move down. It's not the end of the world. It was up 1%. Like when I sat down a couple seconds ago, we opened up the cookie, and the next thing I know, this thing's cracking. So there it is, a nice little pullback in. I'm going to take advantage. I'm going to go to one of the strongest stocks in the market. Not today, but recently, Palantir. That just fell right back into that level there. So we picked some up at 91s. We'll see where we go now on Palantir. Just put a little magic stamp onto this one and watch to see where it goes. So a new position alert for me. Palantir will get something out here for a little bit. We'll take out 5%. We'll see if we can get 10% up there at 08s. And then see if we can run from here. But Palantir right now on watch. So far so good, man. Yeah, welcome back. These are the markets that we have. Right? Yeah, see, overall reserve bank. This guy's reading Fed minutes right now in my ear. So I don't know exactly if there was something that pumped through right now. But there it is right now. So market moving around. That's good. Thank you so much for joining us one more time here. We're excited. It's going to be a big afternoon, I would think. We have some earnings later on. We have Brian Shan. Oh, Palantir was just at 04, and then it flapped through again back down to the downside. So there's definitely something hitting right now, and we're just going to watch out for this market and see if we break too much lower because we don't understand what's going on. 131.50 right here for Palantir, I think, is a decent spot for us to get out. So we'll wait for 131.50 to come in, but so far so good right there. But yeah, nice little move down right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. What say you? But
not seeing or hearing, like you said, not necessarily seeing or hearing anything up here. for myself. There were Fed speakers, obviously, that we got to pay attention to, and you never really know how they're going to move things. We're supposed to be, Logan wasn't supposed to be till 3.
Yeah, the Fed minutes of discount rate meetings got dropped. Fed releases minutes of discount rate meetings at 2 o'clock.
Usually that's not much of a...
I just found it on Financial Juice. I just went somewhere else. It just said Fed minutes release.
What's causing it to move down? I want to see if NVIDIA holds VWAP, that's going to make it... That's going to make or break what I want to do here with Micron, because NVIDIA just bounced pretty clean off the volume-weighted average price, 140.60. If it holds on here on another retest and breaks back out, then I probably just punch out of Micron as it's getting close to that 101 target. So that's what I'll be looking for right here. I see a lot of people talking about MCTR, which is Control Group Limited. All right, then why does it start with an M? That's just weird. Another halt. This is halted up like multiple.
Is it a SPAC? No.
No, it doesn't look like it. No, I mean, I'm guessing no, based on this, like recent IPO maybe, with what of a squeeze this is on. But now halted up like 3 times here. So a couple of halts here, halted again, indicated open as $1 higher for everyone watching. It's 2016. Right, NVIDIA's bouncing off VWAP. I'm going to get myself out of Micron, and I believe
we have a good trade.
Sharif is locked and loaded and ready to go.
Welcome to the Afternoon Rundown, everyone. The show where you decide what we talk about every afternoon. Neil's back. You just saw him, but the boys are locked and loaded, and they're ready to look at the tickers as decided by you. But the only way to get those tickers up there is to join Joseph and I on the Midday Show and get into that chat and vote for your favorite tickers every day. Only the top few make it on, so make sure you are getting your friends to vote your way. And in order to vote, you got to like, subscribe, and share. No, you have to be a subscriber, but like and share anyway. Here is the look at the 4 major averages on the day. The Russell 2000, the outperformer on the day, up 1 2/3, followed by the Nasdaq, up 3/4. Today, it's a duel between the S&P and the Dow as to which one is leading, both up 0.5%. So all 4 major averages in Greensville, not a bad look. The first ticker, as decided by you guys, the one that Morgan reaffirmed today as their #1 pick in semiconductor laying. It goes by the ticker NVDA, boys, above $140 and 2.5%, overtaking Microsoft as the world's most valuable company.
Wow. It's like an NBA game with this most valuable company in the 4th quarter. Like you just sort of pass.
Yeah, I think it'll be. I think it was. I think it'll be back and forth for a while. Well, I mean, based on certain stories coming through and this and that, because Apple has a long way to go back up. Like NVIDIA's at the highs, pretty much. Like we're $10 away.
I kind of feel like NVIDIA's got this one in the bag.
Oh yeah. For a minute, I think Meta has a chance. I don't actually have to find out how far back Meta is.
Oh,
right
I love
now,
Meta.
But, NVIDIA today, I don't. Gonna sound like a broken record, but this is what it is every single day, because I think we're gonna put out a video or something about some of the sticky note and different things that we all do around here. But I think it's pretty obvious what I do, and that is make notes, trade off notes. Today, NVIDIA was great down there. We wanted that trade. It was the #1 trade idea for myself. It fell in. We took 139, we took 138, and then the rest, as you know, is history. It just straight up to the upside. It's my #1 stock by far. It's like 5x what I made on Palantir. It's just a big day there for NVIDIA. I watched it go up. We were able to get something out here near 142. I mean, I was with you when this was all happening. Now it looks like it's definitely trying to fade out underneath the 200, underneath the 50, trying to come back in. So as the futures go, so does NVIDIA, but you're still up 2.5%. What a great trade. We broke through some levels there today. Again, this 138, we're finally back above where we were on earnings day right there. There's the earnings collapse. Not even a collapse. I mean, it just fell back into 132 and now back up to 140. So we just made $8. That's 6% in 2 days. So I think there's more to go here for NVIDIA. I would say all-time highs are imminent, but again, Morgan Stanley's top pick today, my top pick today, and let's just see where it goes. Although I'm starting to think about short. Now, I know I'm long Palantir. We just got out of Palantir, by the way. I'll talk about that in a minute. We still have some shares. But the Nasdaq's falling in, so we got to watch out for NVIDIA. Possible retrace back into VWAP right there. And again, Fed minutes came out. again, and I don't know. It seems like we're going downside here pretty quickly. So just watch out for all of your plays. Here goes Palantir. We're waiting for 131.50. We just got another fill, but we're long at 131.77. Got some out on the upside when we went into the teens, but right now NVIDIA and everything else coming to the downside.
Yeah, it was like a jigs because I was teeing it up and be like, man, NVIDIA, the strongest of the strong, is the one that's about to bounce off VWAP. And unfortunately, like, no, like it's just, we just cracked right through the volume weighted average price. So in the long has been fantastic. I think as we're sort of talking about the biggest company and who's going to be the biggest one, I think that's game over. Like, for the long run, I don't know if NVIDIA never loses the title again, but I get the feeling that if we're looking at this on any reasonable time frame, the chance for Apple and for Microsoft is in the rear view. Do I think we get to 150 imminently? I don't know how fast we'll get there. It seems like we're from one consolidation to another, but this last consolidation, maybe we'll put up a 15 instead of, I'll get that wick. I thought I got rid of that. This last consolidation held the mid 130s, low 130, 133 level. And as long as we close, even in a dip here, if we close above 138, I'm bullish on this. But having just lost the volume weighted average price, I think you're waiting for 138. I'm in one short now. I'm sort of thinking about what in the chip names I'd want to be short. If we're breaking, yeah, AMD's already too far gone. Intel hasn't necessarily broken that far either. So this could be something for like a late retrace if we keep falling here. Maybe you look at that. See if that can head to the downside. I mean, I don't necessarily love this stock. It's under the 50
Tesla
on the daily, and it's broken trend a while ago. But there might be a nice little trade here if NVIDIA keeps on falling.
Wait until we get to Tesla, which is going to come up next, and you're going to see something that's falling down. Sharif, give us the news, buddy.
Hard to say, Sean, what it is. I mean, they were up nicely in the earlier trading session, 3% and change on the back of Australia deliveries, guys, where the Model Y increased in sales productions versus the same time last year by about 122%. Obviously, the refreshed Model Y is the reason. But this post just came by Elon. Elon kind of digressing a little bit, not really towing the company line. Boy says, I'm sorry, but I just can't stand it anymore. This massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination. Shame on those who voted for it. You know who you are. You know you did wrong. You know it. So really not towing the company line here when it comes to the administration, boys.
Boy, I had no idea.
Elon, tell us how you really feel, bro.
I had no idea he was talking like that. But hey, man, real sees real, I guess, right? I mean, he's just calling. No, it's about time.
I appreciate the honesty, man.
No, I just like the fact that he's saying that, and then like 2 days ago or 3 days ago, he was there. Did you see his black eye, by the way? He said his son gave it to him. I don't know. I guess that's right. I mean, if someone was literally beating up the world's richest man there, I think we probably would have heard about it.
Aaron gave me a...
Oh, did she?
I didn't.
Nice, Aaron.
No, I didn't get like a black eye, but like, we just like play, fight, like wrestling. You know, when you rough with your kids, and when they get like, she was maybe like 5 or 6. It's just starting to get a little bit strong, and she clocked me with an elbow. I mean, like legit. Like it was one of those.
Knees or something.
It was she got me really good with an elbow. It happens. That's it. But back to those are strong words by Elon. But I respect. If you're going to be fiscal conservative, whatever it might be, or whatever side you believe on, if you have an internal consistency, I can respect that, whether I agree with you or not. In this particular case, it's hard to disagree that spending for all governments isn't a little bit out of control. If this is part of what's going on with the stock in this pullback, so be it. But I got burned going long this morning on Tesla, and it's hard to not look at where it bounced at 345. Because I was just out of it underneath VWAP, and it bounced off 345 right after. Like, that's an important level, I think. If we lose that opening range support here, I think you're in a world of hurt here for Tesla in particular. But yeah, this is, whether it's the comments or not, this is seriously tanking. And one of the strongest names in the market for most of for lunchtime at least, was Tesla, and it's just as weak as it is. Let's see if 345 can hold on. If it can't, there might even be like a reversal short. It's crazy because I have a resistance line that we're underneath here at 47.
Making some money back here on Palantir. We did get stopped out of our first trade there on Palantir. We're trying to get some back in right now. All right. Traders, are you ready to fully optimize the computer you use for trading every single day? Well, Easy Trading Computers and Trader TV have teamed up to bring you an exclusive sale. Here we go on the world's most powerful AI-ready computers. Okay, this limited time desktop, I gotta get one of these, and laptop sale includes exclusive performance upgrades, bonus gear, and 0%, Joe, 0% financing. And it's only for Trader TV viewers. Scan the QR code, enter your email, and unlock access before it's gone. This exclusive sale ends, oh my, June 12th at 5 p.m. Scan the QR code, and Neil's scanning it right now. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description box to get this deal. So get it, Neil, as we scan that QR code and right there on your screen and grab your Easy Trading computer.
Oh, my email is...
Right there, that's okay. Scan that and get your.
You know what's jokes is, it's my it's the one I use.
Okay, how do I push buy? There, Neil. Now you've got 5 laptops coming to you.
See sale right
right there. Yeah, Aaron needs a laptop. Play some Roblox. You can also play Roblox on extreme trading computers. I want to make a Roblox trading game, actually.
The laptop that my daughter uses, it's an old one it's like our 4th oldest laptop, and Roblox is always crashing on it, so
there you go.
enough.
You got to upgrade on that one.
We do need to upgrade that one, to be honest.
All right, so just for me, we didn't do Tesla. We always, it's kind of like the 350 is definitely a level. I mean, it held it, came back in, bounced off of it, ripped, came back in, bounced. Like, it was good, and then just right now, like we said, man, the market is really falling back in here. So, barring whatever this story is, I think Tesla's just kind of trading normally again, falling right back into where we were this morning. So you're still up 1%. Market's trying to hold on right now. Tesla's still doing good. I like the stock. I think it must be frustrating for Elon because, many of his friends, and he took a lot of bad hits for Doge and took a lot of bad, you saw Tesla's stock, you saw all the memes for him doing all this. All he was doing was trying to go in there and get more efficient. And then, of course, this bill comes out with tons of spending. So I understand where he's coming from. It's a tough take. And maybe it's out of favor for a minute on those kind of words. But Tesla's going to be back again. So I'm looking to pick something up. And we just sort of came in to that 344 level. That's probably a decent look right there for Tesla, because if this market ever reverses, this name has a lot of juice to it. It's better than the market. We know that. So I would rather be long Tesla than the TQQs. And right now it looks like Tesla is rewarding that move back there to the upside. So let's go Tesla. Let's go Palantir, baby. Let's go market. Let's go. Nice move back there to the upside right there. So what's up, Mike DeRider? What's up, everybody? We're riding this Palantir today. Google, on the other hand, I haven't looked at it.
Actually, holding up very well right
Good. I was going to say I haven't looked at it. So let's go find out what's going on with Google.
Yeah, guys, it retraced to the high side that morning sell-off that we got in the pre-market. That came on this unconfirmed rumors that Apple is reportedly in talks with Perplexity to bring it to search to iPhones, potentially replacing Google in Safari and ChatGPT in Siri, again being reported by Bloomberg, unconfirmed reports.
Well, I was short early on Alphabet and slightly red on it, and then we got green on it going long, pretty much right where we are right now. So Google, on that news this morning, was a flat bottom break through about 167.5. That was support for multiple days. Here, we'll do the 15-minute, do it right. Double bottom yesterday, and then Friday's lows, right about 167.5. Had a consolidation. We had it short down here at the open, and then it broke out that $0.50. I'm back into the long now as we just on this little push on the future in the market, I should say. This little push in the market, we're able to get down into that same level, so I have 54 long. My stop is just underneath the 40, the prior bar, which you can't see. Can you do it this way? Yeah, you can here. If you go over here, just underneath 40, this prior low we had the long before. If we lose that, then wait for VWAP here at 167. Oh, and I just got trailed out of Micron. All right, and I just got out of Micron as that bounced off 101.25. That was a big consolidation zone here for Micron at 101. So that short from the 102.5, essentially just a trend break, and that's going to be done at least for now, as we talk about another semiconductor name that was on an absolute tear today. Or no?
We can go, yeah. We
Oh,
can
my
go.
bad. No.
No, Neil, you don't want me to talk about Google? I won't talk about Google. It's all good. It's all good. I don't have, no, that's fine. I don't really have, I was watching Palantir. So let's go. We'll talk about all these stocks. Yeah. Let's go talk about SMCI and then we'll go over CEG.
Headline today, boys, on SMCI, but you got to think it was moving in sympathy with NVIDIA after that Morgan Stanley news. So off the highs, but still about 4%. I saw this one, guys, almost up at 6 1/3. Fantastic move on Monday, yesterday, and a continuation of the strength today, about $42.
All right.
Wow.
SMCI. Yeah, SMCI. So, I mean, we can, like we were just saying, that we can talk about a lot of these.
Had I known this was going to happen, I was short SMCI.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, go talk about. I didn't trade it. So
I went 1 for 2 on SMCI, but I did trail out of the short. And look, this is just how it is sometimes. Like, it was a first trend break. I took it here to the prior day high. It broke. We got another trend break that couldn't get to VWAP. It held prior high, so I jumped out. And of course, with this move down, it would have been even better. Well, there's not much you can do about it, though. But what you can do about it is talk about it and be about it. And check out VinFast. Because they're shining at the Indonesian Auto Show.
Yeah, they are.
They stole the spotlight at the 2025 Indonesia International Motor Show in Sarabia, grabbing 4 major awards. The VF3 was named the best EV city car with 89% of the 50,000 plus public votes, beating out Chinese and Japanese rivals. It was also the most test-driven car at the event. The VF6 picked up favorite new car launch, praised for its sleek design and smart tech. VinFast buzz is growing fast in Indonesia, Southeast Asia's largest and fastest growing EV market. Scan the QR code, check that out. I'd swear I just saw a dude in that video that looked like me shaking hands. That was just a quick.
You bought a VinFast? Congratulations.
No, well, you know, I'm not in the EV game yet.
Yeah. You know.
But if and when I do, it's gonna.
Well,
I've already said it's gonna be a Tesla.
I should check if it's charged.
I'm Tesla. I mean, if we do get one, it's going to be a Tesla. Shout out to VinFast. I've seen VinFast on the road though. I think once I saw one. Yeah, it looks nice.
Our charger's really slow down there, but it's charging right now, so you can see shows a little.
There you go.
There we go. It's
almost 100%.
Yeah, almost.
100p.
Almost 100p over there. All right. Yeah. Look, for SMCI. I mean, I like the stock. I actually want to go over to Dell. I mean, you just talked a little bit about that. I think Dell, they came out with a good report. HPQ was sort of the other way around. Dell, look at this, up another 3.5% right there. There's Dell's report, shot to the high side, then faded back out. I think this name might be one of the better ones in the space. Wow, Palantir. I mean, I was like, I'm going to go over to a strong stock on this dip. Now Palantir right there. Dollar Club again. Yeah, there's some news about Donald Trump and the Trump meme coins and all that kind of stuff. But I really like Dell. I think Dell would be the best in breed here for server-side technology. But SMCI, I mean, those of you that are in the business would know sort of the difference, HPQ, Dell, SMCI. But yeah, 105 and change. I really like Dell. It's up 3.5% today. Anything back into VWAP, I think, is a long. I would, if I was into SMCI, I might switch over back into Dell. A good report there. I like it. Michael Dell's in charge there. So I like that. I would go with Dell rather than SMCI. But, the one space that continues to heat up, of course, is this nuclear space. So let's go find out some more uranium plays here with Constellation.
You'd think that this would be a good headline, Sean. You're signing a 20-year agreement with Meta to open up a 1.2 megawatt emissions-free nuclear energy. The market thought so, at least the algorithms did in the pre-market, that is. But as you can see, we've given up the entire move, and now we're negative on Constellation Energy, down 0.08%. Market not really digesting it as we thought.
It's always, I mean, these are the same things for all these. I mean, I don't want to say the same things. I mean, we've seen carry forward in many of these names, of course, but it's always like you sort of buy the rumor, sell the news. And obviously, as that came out, everyone was like, my God, this is great news for them. But all they're doing is really just selling energy that they already have. So it's kind of like, okay, they got a new customer, but I do feel like it's nice to have Meta, behind you and at least purchasing some of what you're selling. But does that really mean that you needed this 20% bumper, whatever it was early? I guess not. And then there's the move all the way back in. So, I feel like I need somebody in the space to tell me what's going on here, because I would have thought that it wouldn't have gone red, and that is what it did there. So I don't know, maybe you guys in the chat can tell me. Buying stocks, that's the question. Yeah, I bought some stocks just yesterday. So shout out to the poll right there. Get into the poll right here. But yeah, I don't know. SMR, they're all falling back in today. So yeah, just I guess the tale of the story's over. Wait to that next deal. I like CEG breaking 320 right there, but it's got to get back up. So just a support and resistance place. New and returning. Okay, we got some new viewers. I like that. Did you mean to put that up?
47%.
Yeah, remember to like and subscribe. That was pretty cool. All right, we'll talk about that in a minute. But right there, 320 for CEG. I like that position, but it's got to come in first. So that's a place that I'd be looking here. CEG in and around $3, $320 for that break long. That's my look for Constellation there.
My one concern is that candle on Constellation. I'm going to get to GV in a quick little second, like a sympathy play, because I own that stock. And this candle on the daily that, if it were to close right now, this is what it would look like. And if that's not, there's no dark pool. Like that's real. Like we're up at $360, man. That is a very nasty looking candle if this is how things end up on what you'd think was positive news. If that causes some kind of a turn, I think it's an opportunity maybe to trim. Like I just looked at what G Verona was doing, a sympathy play. It just wicked a fresh high, tagged $500 and reversed. To me, that's an easy, trim if you're looking to trim something anyways, because it's been running really well. Like this stock has doubled since April. That's like whatever that works out.
That's been a great one.
But like that topping tail candle, and then what you see there on CEG, like that candle is nasty. If we close down here, I think it could be an opportunity to trim some of those nuclear names off. As far as I'm concerned, like it's a big fail because I didn't reverse into the short on Oklo. It's Oklo, not Oklo. Oklo. We had the breakout trade. It was good from 57 to 58. Then I kept going long off the 51.5 level and eventually stopped it out. But in the lesson of the day, I was like, look, that is a rejected breakout. And usually you'll hear me say something like first available short. And the first available short, you had to wait for it. But that first pop did give you a short in a 52.5. I was long into that resistance level. Let's see if we can actually retest that. I think 52 to 52.5 would be a reversal zone specifically for that stock. But it's actually not the nuclear names that are going right now. It was one of the quantum names. I don't know if it was all of them. Sorry, not QUB. I always do that. It's QBTS, sorry. Sometimes, which is weird.
QTM is a name.
It is one. It's just it's not the one going. It's D-Wave that's going, which of course is a New York stock. So D-Wave had just recently broken, it's coming back now. It had just broken out the top and now trying to hold some higher low. So there's a little bit of relative strength going here. When the market pulled back like that, for something to be breaking the highs in that moment shows some strength. I think the play could be off of VWAP if it continues down further. But this is set up for a breakout this afternoon. Yesterday's high was taken out there 17.4. The opening range top was 17.55. It just barely broke that. So this top break would be like 57.
Holy shit.
Well, to me, that's a breakout play. It's either a VWAP or breakout play on QBTS for me.
All right, like I have no idea. We're now $1.20 in the money. Oh, I did want to bring up another thing. I did try, so I've already gotten out of a lot of this Palantir. What I lost on Robinhood is half of what I have left on Palantir. So that's part of risk management, man. The minute that this broke 40, we got out. We were long at 60. That's a 20-cent hit right there. It turns out to have been well worth the hold, but the market has retraced back up, like we sort of said. I mean, no predicting that the market was going to do this, but we said that we liked this for a potential move back up right there, because if it was just the minutes, we couldn't really find out any reason why that move happened there, and we just fell right back in. And I was like, said that maybe potentially we could touch that VWAP, but we did take Palantir. We did get stopped out of Robinhood. So that's, you know where I'm going to go for some strength. I mean, I went to Robinhood there up 6%. That made sense to me to go there. Unfortunately, it made one move against us, and that was enough to chop. But Palantir, same kind of ways right there. We went long on Palantir. We were able to get out. Then we tried it again right here into the teeth of 70s. That didn't work. So we got out at 52. And then we waited and we got a little bit longer, and there's another out for us at the top there for Palantir. So back in, so this actually is going to turn out fine for us, as I can clearly see that we've done quite well right now on that, but we only have a third left of our reload. So let's just hang out, see what winds up happening. We didn't look at any banks recently. I mean, we couldn't, that's thinking about Robinhood makes me think about this. But XLF up today. I want to check out on SoFi because again, whenever we talk about Robinhood, I think about why my money's sitting in SoFi, but
try not to.
Down today, SoFi. I mean, maybe this is the next one to go. I mean, I don't want to say it's not. You know, we have to wait for some sort of a catalyst. And I don't know where that's coming from anymore because earnings are through, and now we have to wait for SoFi. But it's nice that it's kind of hovering above the 50 period and the 200 period in and around $12. So we're going to watch out for that level as well. But that's a play for us at some point, SoFi. And then you know what else I noticed? You don't know about this, but Webull is getting killed. And I don't, it's the same, it's back down in, $10.
Oh, did I? Oh, no, it didn't. No, I didn't.
Did you buy some finally?
No,
I wanted to get into some Webull.
I had a stink, but no, I'm not filled. No.
Yeah, I think it's probably worth trying. And the reason why I bring this up again is because of, we had Scott Tileman on from Trade the Pool on Friday. And he was mentioning to me all about that trade as well. He thought Webull was a good trade down here. I'm not, this Friday.
It's the SPAC buy.
Yeah, but it's not a SPAC. It's just
it
IPO'd. Yeah, it's just a $10 level. Like this thing IPO'd at 14.
I thought it was a SPAC.
We'd have to double check. I mean, it could have been.
Well, either way, we were talking about the $10 level.
Well, hold on a second.
And I've been stink bidding under 11 for a while now, but I didn't get filled. When you said it, I was like, is it under $11? It was, but it's like barely under $11. Like this is now, like the low of the day is 1089. I'm pretty sure, I'll have to double check, but I had like a 1042 level. I like the number 42, Jackie Robinson. So I probably just threw that out there like a month or so ago on the off chance. But what I might end up doing is just take, because I wanted to buy this one as like a long-term like shot play. I'm like, oh, if it gets back down $10 again, I'd start getting in. And I think if it closes under 11, I'll probably just buy. Maybe I'll just buy.
I know what I can do to get everybody really happy, and you should probably stay in this. What I'm going to do is maybe I'll sell my SoFi and then get into Webull. That way, SoFi can go to $40. And then I could be like, why did I switch again?
Well, the switch that should have happened, we all know, was because it's the one we talked. What's weird about it is when we discussed this with SoFi and Robinhood, like we had nothing but, it was weird because we had nothing but praise for Robinhood, despite, I think both of us, I know, holding SoFi on our personal accounts and not really owning any Robinhood. So is what it is. Don't do it, Dexter Smith says. You don't think, we're talking about Webull, you don't think it's worth a shot down here? Which is fair, to each their own. I think I just like the shot play now.
I don't know anything about it. I mean, obviously their quarter was not well received. It's down 4.5%. It's at all-time lows. Like every single print that comes through is an I don't even know if we really traded down there on Webull off of its first trade there. Yeah, it looks like on this chart, there definitely was something here, so it must have been some kind of a SPAC.
I thought it
for a minute there. I got to refresh ChatGPT. It's not telling me anything. It's like,
oh yeah, that's what.
But yeah, I don't know. It must have been down there. It's saying its 52-week low is $10.79 actually. So I don't know. But yeah, we traded down here anyways, right off the IPO. So or whatever it was. It's a couple first days of trade there.
Oh, yeah, it's saying it was.
Oh, it's saying it was.
Yeah. So here.
Wait, there. Webull itself has never been a SPAC, it says. I just asked the same question. What? Yeah, Webull.
Okay, can we do this? So you pull that live, and I'll show you. Look at this. Okay, ChatGPT, this is yours or mine?
It's yours.
Mine. Yes, Webull went public through a special purpose acquisition company merger. February 20. You can read the rest. Go to Sean's.
Yeah, it says Webull itself has never been a SPAC. It remains a privately held fintech brokerage platform. So it doesn't even have this one as even going. Oh, there it is. Webull has not gone public via.
Come on, chat. You just saw that live, everybody. Come on, chat. You need to do better.
It says
get the answer right, ChatGPT.
And it says on his that it is a SPAC.
You see this? It's hallucinating.
Yeah.
You need to do better.
No SPAC transaction involved.
You like the Joey Swole reference there?
What about Grok? All right, hold on a second.
On YouTube, I keep getting recommended this Joey Swole stuff.
Who the hell's Joey Swole?
He's this gym bro guy. By the way,
wow.
I'll get there in a second. I just had a dip on Google. I'm out of this.
Yeah.
We're
No, it's
not.
quite funny.
Google's not holding
Right,
up.
no,
So
no,
while
no.
it went in the money a little bit, no, I'm not
never
fighting
use
this. We'll wait to get into VWAP.
You know what's on my YouTube
there.
algorithm? Dress to Impress. There's a new gardening game or something on Roblox that has just set the record.
Gardening game?
Yeah, it set the record for the most amount of online participants at once. Some kind of gardening, yeah, and it's all the rage on all the, because my kids on our TV are logged into my account. If I go into YouTube, the only thing that's on there are baseball highlights, hockey highlights, and training videos for that, and then Roblox stuff. I forget what the game is called. You guys, everyone would know. Yeah, the more you know, that's for damn sure. But yeah, whatever that is, man, it's all the rage. That's all I can tell you. Grow your garden. Yeah. Honestly.
On Roblox.
Yes, dude. Right. It's set like millions and millions of people watching.
Well, I've never seen Aaron playing.
Millions. No, it's brand new.
Okay.
Grow your garden. And the funny thing is, you see all these Americans, no offense, Americans here, but everything is weighed in kilograms. And I don't think any of these YouTubers understand what kilograms are. No, of course not. So they're watching it. They're like, oh man, I have a strawberry that's now 15 kg. And all they say is kg. I've never heard them one time say kilograms. But if it said LBS, they'd be saying pounds. Yeah. Like over and over again. And anyways, grow your garden. Roblox popularity. Anyways, Roblox, if you see that stock, man, RBLX, you want to talk about a name that I'm still in this name, not all of it, but this has been a absolute, there's almost no better stock. Look, Roblox, you show me a better looking daily chart. I'll just give you 5 minutes, so however long you want. This is $50 up to $90. Now, but CoreWeave is not.
It's cheating.
Yeah, no, but that's not, CoreWeave is just so new. I mean, it's like we could say.
It's unfair.
Sort of any recent IPO. Yeah. But this name just from $50 to $90 with really only one pullback. And that was a 4-day sort of swoon right there. And by the way, this all happened, like, where's the tariff move down? Right here? Like, that's it? Like, it didn't even boom right there, Roblox. This going up like absolute crazy. Yeah, grow your garden. I got to refresh this chat.
I'm going to take a shot at it.
I need to hit up easy trading.
No, first of all, I don't even understand how it was getting that question, a simple question like that about Webull wrong, and giving us completely different answers to essentially. I know we worded it maybe a little bit differently.
I have to refresh
come on, son.
Like my ChatGPT.
Come on, son.
I really do need to go to Easy Trading Computers and get a better trading computer over here. But anyways, shout out to Roblox and everybody else.
They take your money, but wait. You know what? At the end of the day, I like the games.
It's entertainment. It doesn't.
But it's more than entertainment. I like the kind of games that help you to think and some reaction time. I get that for a certain game, but the ones where there's like some problem solving involved and where you create like creativity, creating things. That's why I like Minecraft. Right. For my daughter.
Well, that's what Grow Your Garden is.
Is it? Oh, it's the same thing?
You grow gardens. Like you have to go collect stuff and then you let it go and you can trade and all this kind of stuff. Yeah,
what would be hilarious is like.
Is there mining and crafting in Grow Your Garden? I don't know. Fabian's on it here. But yeah, I'm gonna find out how many people were on.
Can you grow lava chicken?
My kid came. You can have chickens. Yeah, you can have all. I don't know. I just see the videos.
I mean, you're the one that told me to watch the movie. Oh,
which
by the
one?
way. No,
Minecraft. Minecraft. Yeah, it's
Aaron refuses to watch Lilo and Stitch.
Minecraft might win some awards. Lilo and Stitch, by the way. How do you feel if you're Mission Impossible right now? Lilo and Stitch is dummying this thing at the box office. I just heard it's beat it 2 straight weeks. And I wonder what the budget is for Lilo and Stitch v. We could check out Disney.
That's tough to say.
No, I think it's probably
because Mission Impossible's budget is like insane.
That's what I'm saying. Like versus and Lilo is bringing in more money than it right now. So I don't even know. Lilo versus Mission Impossible. Anyways, all right, let's get back to some trade. I just want to call up Disney here to see what that was doing because, again, look at Disney, man, another really constructive chart as well. Upside right now and trying to break through these levels. This is it. Why is Telus phoning me again, man? Come on. The thing is, I pay $40 a month for everything for my phone, like everything all in, US, Canada, Mexico calling, data, everything. Every time they phone me, they have better deals, but it's always more money. It's like, I don't understand how it's better deals. I'm just like.
Well, the problem is, Yeah, like if you have a deal that's better than some of the things that they're offering people that have the regular deal, they'll still, for some reason, like somehow they don't know what you're paying.
Right.
It's like you should know, and that always bothers me too. My answer is, I just tell them, I go, so what you're saying is I'm going to get this, and I'll be all in for X amount for the month, right? And they'll say yes, and I go, what am I paying right now? And they'll pause for a second and have to go look it up, and I go, exactly.
Right.
Buy. You know, it's like you should know. You should know, and it's not being rude or anything, but. You know, that's.
I feel like ChatGPT is like, for me, it's taking forever to do everything.
Oh, it took forever to answer that question. It took forever.
Where's Microsoft? I'm going to short this thing, or OpenAI.
No, you're not.
Good thing OpenAI is not public.
Well, when they are public, we'll all be buying it. There was something else I was going to get to. Shoot. Oh, well, QBTS isn't really doing anything. I still have that. Yeah, let's cancel the breakouts. I had a breakout order if it could have gone higher. That you're seeing it's starting to pull back into VWAP right now. A lot of people saying Grok is better. What's weird is I've said openly, like I use a heck of a lot more. I use Llama a ton just because I happen to be on WhatsApp most of the time when I'm discussing things with friends and family. And I have Perplexity on my phone. I'll tend to use whatever's there, but at work, it's always ChatGPT that's open up on my browser. So that's the one I've been relying on. It's just disappointing because I don't mind if you get something wrong, but when two people give almost the same prompt at approximately the same time, that doesn't make any sense to me how you could give the wrong answer or give completely opposite answers. Anyways, QBTS going to look for a VWAP bounce here. Let's see what else we're doing here. Italian Stallion says, are we buying CrowdStrike on earnings? Ooh.
CrowdStrike?
You want to buy the highs going into, were they Thursday?
I think maybe
no,
tomorrow.
that's a. Is it
I'm going to check it out. We have it maybe tonight?
You double check the calendar.
CrowdStrike is tonight.
It's tonight?
Yeah, tonight.
Oh, why did I think it was later this week?
Yeah, Asana is tonight, HPE, and then CrowdStrike.
To me, you're buying. I've never in my life bought a fresh high the day before earnings. On nothing, no, I've never done that before. I'm not selling anymore, and I'll tell you right now, I did sell some CrowdStrike. Now, every time I sold 2/3 of my CrowdStrike each time it went into our good friend Palo Alto, which was a mistake at the end of the day. So it's not it's not bad. I didn't lose money, but you lost money. You know what I'm saying? I would have done better if I just stayed in CrowdStrike. We bought it on the dip, and that was the best price you were ever going to see. So yeah, I don't know if I'd be chasing it that high. It's a pretty hefty move in there. I think it's priced pretty much to perfection. Let's just chill for a second and go back over to if I'm not gonna see anything on QBTS. It was looking stronger a second ago. Google just made the bounce off VWAP, so it's looking a little bit better now than it was before because now you can play off 67. And the other way to look at it is, well, it's trying to break this slight downward trend that got put in. And this was right about 2 o'clock when we came back to you, kind of made like a consolidative pop and now push back. So if it loses trend, I think you can wait for VWAP. If it can close this bar and break out this top in here like 167.5, then we'll look to get back into the long. Miss Lucia is saying, welcome back. Thank you very much. And what's happening with oil today, Oxy? You know what? That's one of the things I did not review this morning. There's a lot of times one of the first things I want to do when I'm back is I try to unplug a little bit. Generally speaking, I knew exactly what was going on with NVIDIA because I can't stay away from that stock on vacation. But I didn't really look at what was going on with oil at all. And I don't want deals. I want my today in play. And we'll see what's going on with Oxy. Do I even have Oxy anymore? Oh, I do. Yeah. What is going on with Oxy? And why is it so strong today? Because it's been an absolute dog. Is Oxy back on?
Well, what is oil? USO.
No, well, Oxy in particular has been so bad. And I was wondering why you focused on Oxy. Because it's back above the 50 period. Now, remember, this was a complete trap the last time it did this. Big time trap above the 50 period moving average. Downward sloping, 200 period. Both those things absolutely stink. But maybe just for a trade here, like off of 42s the next week, if it can hold resistance into support. That's a pretty good, wow, that's a clean breakout. Should have looked at oil this morning. That is a very clean breakout today on Oxy at 42. Congratulations if you have that. I think you play it back into the 42 level, but Brian Shannon taught me something that I pay a lot of attention to now is I am not as big of a fan of swing trades with a downward sloping 200 period moving average. If I take them, I hold them for less or take them for smaller size. And it's because of something that he showed me, which has played out truthfully a few times. Let's go to the desk for our interview.
We're so excited to have with us here today Eddie Z of Easy Trading Computers. How are you doing today? Great. Thank you for being here.
Awesome. Thanks so much for having me.
Awesome. So we're going to ask some questions here to give people a little bit more insight on trading computers, what they should be looking for, et cetera. So we're going to start here. What mistakes do traders make when buying a computer specifically for trading?
Well, I think the mistake that we see traders make the most is that they tend to focus on price instead of what they really need for trading. So when you're trading, you have such an incredible amount of data that's coming into your computer. A real-time data stream is like a fire hose of data. So if you think about, imagine if you had to stream 10 Netflix movies all at the same time. That is literally the amount of data you're taking into your computer all at the same time. Now, you don't have the, you're not able to process that in real time. Think about when you load Netflix on your TV and you see that spinning wheel, the little spinny wheel that goes around. That can be a problem if you're trading. That information has to come into your computer. Your computer needs to turn all of that information into real-time quotes, into indicators, your charts. And if you have like 50 symbols on your screen and you're running level 2, all this has to happen at the same time. So what happens is that a lot of new traders, even veteran traders, they let their machine get very, very old, and it just can't take in the mega amounts of data that we have coming in today. And that's really the biggest mistake I see traders make.
So with all of that in mind, I guess how does a better computer actually help trading now that we know what not to look for?
Well, when you think of a computer, the main engine of the computer is something called the processor. The processor takes in all that data, turns it into those charts and indicators. So you really want a processor that has a tremendous amount of horsepower. The CPU is doing all of that work to generate your real-time quotes, your real-time data. So you want the fastest, most powerful processor that you can get right now. You don't have to go crazy like a server-style processor, but Intel and AMD make excellent high-end processors that can handle today's mega levels of trading.
So with that in mind, too, a great transition here. I guess, which of these would you say is the most important for trading? We're talking about processors, but between CPU, RAM, or the graphics card, what should people be really emphasizing here?
Well, they're all very important. So the processor is extremely important. And then, of course, having a good graphics card is important, especially with AI. So all of these new modules that are coming out in these trading platforms that run AI, all of that AI is processed, believe it or not, in the graphics processor. So having a good NVIDIA graphics card, in addition to having a strong processor, is going to make all the difference in the world. And then nowadays, you want at least 32 gigabytes of RAM in a trading computer. And that's really key. And then on the other end of that, if you're going to buy a new machine, you want to make sure that after you own the machine and you have it set up, that the company you bought the computer from has your back. Because inevitably, something goes wrong with your machine. It's just inevitable. Even if it's just a Windows update. Have you ever been hosed up by a Windows update? Who are you going to call? You're going to call Microsoft? I'd rather get a root canal than call Microsoft tech support. So having a company that really supports you after the sale is extremely important, with technical support and with a warranty.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So now that we've talked about the machine, I guess, what about monitors? We talk a lot about screens here. And I guess in your opinion, how many screens is ideal for someone who's just starting out with trading?
Well, if you're used to just using one, I would at least bump it up to 2. Because if you ever traded on a laptop before and you're banging around in that taskbar just to get from window to window and then maybe to your order bar, it can be really, really frustrating. It can be just very tedious. So just bumping it up to 2 monitors will make such a difference. Go for a bigger size monitor, like a 27-inch monitor. Make a tremendous difference. If you've already used 2, 4 is the next is the next place to go from there. I personally use 6, as you can see behind me. I used to use 8, but I found that it's actually overkill, and our minds are not really set up to multitask like that, and it can actually get distracting, especially with the larger the monitors get. So like 4 27-inch monitors works very well. The ones behind me are 27-inch, so 6 also works very well.
So I guess now if you're looking to build a future-proof setup, now that we have a little bit more info here on the computers themselves, what would you recommend?
Yeah, the highest end Intel processors. So they just came out with a series called the Ultra, Intel Core Ultra, the Ultra 9. It's an excellent processor. AMD has the Ryzen 9 9950X processor. Those are both, for both of them, that's their highest end processors currently on the market. You should get at least 3 to 5 years if you run one of those processors. At least 32 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigabytes of RAM. The more RAM you have, the more apps you can have open at the same time. And we tend to run lots of apps at the same time. I mean, if you're running your trading platform, like I'm running TradingView, TradeStation, then I'll have like ChatGPT open, so I'm watching Tradertv.live. At Tradertv.live all by itself uses a lot of resources. So when you're running a video stream, so having a lot of RAM helps with that a lot. And then again, an NVIDIA RTX 4060 GPU, which is a graphics card. I don't want to baffle people with too much technical speak. NVIDIA RTX graphics card will cover you on the AI side for some time to come.
Well, thank you so much for going over all of that. So before we let you go, Eddie, why should traders consider EZ trading computers?
Well, we only deal with traders. All of our machines come with a lifetime technical support guarantee. So as soon as you purchase a computer from us, we have your back. As long as you're using that machine, you can call into our tech support. It's a premium level of tech support. Again, it's not like calling Microsoft or Dell or HP's tech support, which really can be torture if you've tried to do it yourself. Our desktops come with a 5-year warranty. We cover everything inside the case. And we just build a very high-end product, and we give you that personal touch, not like when you go to a website and just select a computer and buy it, or you go to Best Buy or Micro Center and just take one home. And those kids there usually don't know what you need as a trader.
Yeah, well, the emphasis
That's why we're here.
Sorry about that. Yeah, the emphasis on trading, I think, is so important. And thank you so much here again for being with us. Eddie Z, founder and CEO of EZ Trading Computers. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us today.
Thanks so much. By the way, we do have a very special promotion going on with Trader TV Live, exclusive for Trader TV Live folks. So when you guys put that ad up, there's a scan code there. It'll take you to a very special offer. There's free upgrades just for Trader TV Live folks. Go ahead and check that out at your convenience. And again, thanks so much for having me.
Honestly, fantastic. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that we're talking about. It made Neil and I right away started checking. We made sure that we did have that 64 gigabyte like immediately. So we want to thank you for coming through. And we actually just talked about the special promotion there. We'll have that back up. Make sure you do click the link in the description, and it'll be flashing on the screen momentarily, I'm sure. So thank you, EZ Trading Computers. And you know, we've been talking about them for a minute. And even Neil was scanning the code there, and I bought 5 laptops for you. So that was a good one there as well.
You know, you got to.
But yeah, just keep on going with all that. And you know, the equipment is what's important for sure, right? You got to have the strategy first, make sure you have the right equipment to execute it. Look, I don't know if Palantir has one of these supercomputers right now, but it is definitely going right now. Since we left you, it was 5 cents in the money, 10 cents in the money. Now it's 220 cents in the money as we have a $2 winner rate here just right off the jump. And it's funny because I was like, wow, if the Nasdaq's gonna go down, I'm just gonna go over to a name that I like. And that was Palantir, and boom goes a dynamite there, straight to the upside, man. We're back to the day's high for myself again. And there it goes, man. We did, you know, we went to Robinhood, and that is not having the same juice behind it as Palantir. So I have no idea, man. In and out quickly on Robinhood. When this is what my losers look like, and this is what the winners look like, I'll take that day after day. So we did get stopped out early on Palantir, the same trade we got with Robinhood. We didn't get stopped out of it all. We got stopped out of some. And then I was like 131. That 131 is the level that we wrote down right here. All right, now it's 250 in the money. We are really ripping up here on Palantir. This is a day maker for me. Like we already been in a day, and then all of a sudden this happened. So there it goes, man. Remember I said NVIDIA was 4 to 5 times the net we had on Palantir? No more. NVIDIA now just double the net as this has really started to go up. Now we're $3 in the money. Adara Ayal, I know you just did that chat there, but thanks. Great interview, by the way. All right, so 134. Just ripping right now. $3 now in the money on Palantir. This is what we're doing. My friend must be watching, not you. I don't have the Alex Carp one over here. But maybe he's just like, you know what? Trader TV wants this long. Let's go, man. I don't know if he's, this is all-time highs now for Palantir, right? I think this is probably good enough. Let me see what eSignal's doing right now. Yo, what's up, Alex? Hope you're doing well, my guy. Yeah, 134.40 all-time highs. That might have even been made this morning. I think that was in the last couple of days, but there's some, yeah, that's 133.75. But there it goes, man. Huge move right now for Palantir. We're happy to be in this one, baby. There goes Palantir. Huge to the upside. What's up, Adara?
I'm not seeing any news here on PLTR. I just checked on X. There's a ton of social media attention. We're talking like 10 tweets a minute, something like that. I'm seeing some geopolitical news. Palantir, we know, is a little bit of a defensive play, or it's often viewed as a defensive play. And I'm reading some comments here, I guess, from the Israeli military about 2 launches crossing from Syria towards Israel. So potentially this could be a defense play. But either way here, PLTR, no concrete news, at least that's stock specific, that I'm seeing. Tons of hype around this name. Not super surprising there. Back to you.
Yeah, the hype is real. It broke that. Oh, no, where'd it go? Oh, I know what I did. I have this eSignal set up that if I click a symbol.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's good. If I click a symbol accidentally over there, it killed the chart.
Oh, boy.
But it's absolutely busting out here. Now, if it's, they're mentioning it now only because it's breaking the high. There was some chatter online about it, but I'll leave it at that. You would mention Robinhood. I'll get back to QBTS in a quick little second. You mentioned Robinhood. This has now fallen asleep in Robinhood. I thought there was going to be a VWAP trade this afternoon, but something's happening at 72 where this dip has been like resistance. So if it can get above 72, I think a resumption of the long that we were playing before is going to make some sense. I only jumped into D-Wave as it kind of broke that downward trend. So if you go, there's your top, not going to redraw a trend line, but kind of broke the trend when it broke out this 35 level. 34 the wick, we brought it 35. The high of the day still sits at 1757. I still like the breakout. We'll play the long into the breakout level, and we're going to take the breakout on QBTS. D-Wave's the only one going. I did double check to see what was happening. Like IonQ's underneath VWAP and weak. Rigetti on the quantum names. That's going to be Blue Ocean. Rigetti as well is actually at its lows, or essentially its lows of the day, load. So both of those are incredibly weak, and for whatever reason, it looks like D-Wave is going to be the strong one of the groups. We're playing it back into today's high, and then we're taking a breakout of the high after.
I don't have much else to say right now. This is just really just continuously going here. I mean, I'm just over the moon on this. Unfortunately, we only have like 10% left right now. I might as well just leave this. Palantir right here going way up. This has made my day, my afternoon, everything. So there it goes, man. Palantir up 1.86%. Let's just keep on watching it. I don't know what else to do. I didn't sell any of CrowdStrike. You know, it's funny because we talked the other day and Adara knew exactly what date it was, July 14th. There it goes, July 19th there. Back a while ago where this name got absolutely crushed. And then I was right here. And I was just like, okay, I'll buy some. And we did. And we were able to get some of this name a little bit lower, obviously a lot lower, sorry, than where it is right now. So this was great. We've been holding this from time. I think this is more than a double right now in the account for CrowdStrike. There's definitely been a changing of the guard as far as CrowdStrike versus PanW and all that as far as the chart is concerned. And not only that, these aren't even the big winners, man. The big winner, it's still, CrowdStrike is the big winner, but you know, seeing Zscaler, even as opposed to PanW too, might make you throw up. This is another one of those trades that just goes boom right there. This is also a double like your GE Vernova there. This is also a double since the lows of April.
Which one was that?
Zscaler is absolutely a monster there. I mean, You know, it ain't no Palantir, but it's something right there as we continue to go higher and higher and higher. It might even be better than Palantir at this point. Power hour don't matter to me today, man. We are powered up right now. And this Palantir, I'm just sitting back, man. We're now 350 in the money. It's hard enough to find 5-cent winners or whatever it seems like, but there goes Palantir right now, just Rip City, and it's just going and going and gone eventually here. This is Aaron Judge of the stock market as Palantir just keeps on going upside right now. There it is. There's 134.75. That's the mark that eSignal had 134.48. So now we are back into all-time highs for PLTR, the name that just keeps on giving. And I was just noticing right there, Palantir and Zscaler, both a double. I mean, there's many names. That's why I talked about G over and over there. Also doubling from those lows, as that's a huge move up right now for Palantir. Look at the last 4 days, or let's just say the last 3 days. 121, 134, nicely done there. Coil, break, boom, Palantir, and just lucky to have this kind of a winner. I mean, you never know where you're going. All right, hold the whole thing. We have to get something out there as we approach the highs of the day. Good bottom pick there. Lucky that the market fell in, but there's 135. Yeah. See ya. Like, I don't even, we just rejected a little bit, wants to take another piece off. And this is, again, a benefit, like trying to push a little bit more size. When we have this kind of a move, I still have enough on board here to be something. So, I mean, there goes Palantir. We just took another piece out, 135. It's just going. It's just going. I don't know, but yeah. So, all right, let's look on Micron. Micron was another name that, you know, Obi and I had looked at this yesterday when it had just kept on going, and we wanted to eventually go short on that name, and we did that yesterday, and that was a great short right there. I actually had this, Obi had it a little bit higher, and then there's the play down for Micron into the end of the day, and we nailed that one. We got out before the imbalances, and it actually kept on going even lower. So watch out for Micron here today. It's a little bit, not a little bit, it's a lot different, I guess, than how it's looked in the past, because that move has come in right now, different than yesterday, and now it's retracing back up. Yesterday, the market sort of closed down here. Now we're making a move up. But look at it ride this 200 period. I think this might be a break long, if anything, at 102 and change. But yeah, thank you so much for the nice comments right there. Yeah, I know, but and still, you know, look, I try to trade, you know, for an income here as well, but obviously we say here, what's up, COPC? This guy is quite good. He should trade for a profession. Yeah, I mean, that's what I've been doing, but I've held many, many hats here at Trader TV Live and Real Trading. So glad to be here with you guys. This is what I was doing before the show, was talking trading with everybody, and you know, now we're doing it here with you guys. So yeah, man, I mean, this is what we're doing. Just a few names today, few good trades, and that's all that it takes. It takes one good trade, right? It doesn't take, for me, it doesn't take many. It just takes a few. So if you can hit it and trade with proper share size, it doesn't mean a lot of shares or a little amount of shares, just a proper amount for you to be comfortable. That's how it all starts. So yeah, man, it must be the lucky cow hat as well. So we'll go, thank you for that. Thanks for bringing that up. I forgot we were wearing this. So there it is right there, as the money coming in with the lucky cow hat as well there today. So a hugely positive day, and just waiting for more trades. It's 3:03, right? I mean, this could come in. It is 3:03. We still have an hour to go.
A couple of things here. I didn't
super chat.
I didn't notice these guys get smoked. Reddit got smoked today. Just heard a down detector saying Reddit might be down. Shout out to David. Appreciate you, David. Been a while. Obviously, I've been gone last week, but I'm sure you're having fun on the show as always. I love this. 6 screens. Nice day. If anyone in community in Edmonton Friday for game 2, DM me if you want to grab a beer before or after. It will be a sea of orange. You'll be wearing the 97. We'll see. I love playoff season, but I'm frustrated by the fact that he came back. I'm like, yes, I'll be able to watch NBA basketball because I don't really watch sports while I'm on vacation. They don't start till Thursday.
Yeah, and NHL starts tomorrow. They gave a week off for NHL.
Like it's too much, man. Like it's too much. But shout out to you, David. Obviously, like Edmonton. Reddit down detector saying they're down. They're actually getting smoked today. I didn't realize it was quite this bad for Reddit here. I'm not a huge fan of them. I think I'm a little bit more excited to see when Discord comes in. This has got a pretty distinct, like triple, let's call it like this here on the daily. That's what I'm kind of seeing with Reddit. It tried to break out today. There we go. If you just go like the last bounce here, May, and another one mid-May. It tried to break that trend and is going to reject the trend line for the third time here. It needs to close above that trend line, then you can start going on Reddit. Not a good look for them whatsoever. And I don't wonder if we're not going to see Discord for a while. If Discord's not going to come, we're in a bull market for a while now, so you would have thought those IPOs that are waiting would be churning already, and it's disappointing that we haven't seen that one. We just jumped into QBTS and the trend break. I'm out in front of high a day, and then we're still going to take the breakout trade there. Tesla's at 350. Why does it always stop at 350?
10%.
Every time. It always seems to stop at that $350 level.
Oh, yeah, it's back there?
It did in the morning, and then held it as support, and now it's resistance. It needs to break back above that 350 here in Tesla. And Sebastian in the chat, don't forget the stink bid. Last time ERJ, you missed Hood as well. Oh, I never got into Hood. I don't think. No, there was a couple of times where I think I had stink bids in Robinhood on the daily chart, and I might have missed it. But ERJ, I've never played ERJ, so I'm not sure what you're into there, Sebastian. But yeah, it's an ETF I've never played. Tesla 350, let's see if it can happen. But I still like QBTS into that high of day. And I mentioned Micron, that I was looking for a re-entry into the short on Micron. It stopped moving. So the re-entry would have been back in here where we got it the first time at 102.5. The stock's literally not doing anything. I don't really see much of an entry if it's not going to move. Maybe if it starts to roll over, I can join a short. But I'm not just going to. We're fortunate enough to trail out and catch the bottom end of that move. But if you're going sideways at 3 o'clock, there's no point trading back into Micron.
All right, CoreWeave is 147. I just saw someone in the chat say, what's up, Joseph Birch? I'm going long Tesla breaking 350, so when that happens, that happens. It's funny that you guys mentioned that, so there it goes right there, 350. We talked about Tesla 350 when it was down there, so let's see if it can print out just light, man, like half a unit. Nothing too crazy on that one because we don't want to give, well, we're not going to give anything back, but we don't want to give anything back. So we'll wait to see if that breaks it, and then we can use VWAP, which is at 149 anyway. So that's why I'm only using half a unit. It's in the afternoon here. We've just made basically our whole day times a little bit more than that, just alone on this Palantir trade. So we have 10% left of this, and we'll take a small piece of Tesla when it goes. What's up, Joseph Birch, man? What's up to you too? I hope you're doing well. I mean, we're liking things right now. If there's any sort of trades that you guys want us to look at or any sort of symbols, please give it to us. That's why Neil and I are looking in the chat. That's why we talked about that ERJ there, which we don't have, and Reddit and everything like that. So let us know. Netflix, I think, is a name that I recently bought Amazon. I recently bought Eli Lilly, Elon Musk. Okay, Elon Musk posting on X. Oh. He said the whole revenue of SpaceX will exceed the whole budget of NASA.
So hasn't NASA's budget been dropping for a while now?
I don't know. I mean, just a prediction, I guess, by Elon. All right, so we'll wait to see SpaceX. I mean, obviously, that thing's going to be ticking soon and getting back there to the upside. And that's going to be the next, like, you want to talk about an IPO. Like, oh, man, wait till that goes. And
Neuralink is going to be big.
Talking about Neuralink, I just think it's so far away. That's all. But yeah, it's going to be just
if people are all about quantum right now,
right, there we
can
go.
get excited about Neuralink too.
That just means new position. Right there. So we're into 350, and the reason why, so we got 350.02, so good fill, we're in it. Let's just see where it goes now. We're into this Tesla position. Risky, yeah, but not risking a lot. So it's just a huge move. Not a huge move, but we just went straight up $5. So it could fall down again, and if we do come back in, we can use, this is 348.50, VWAP is 348.75. For some reason on my chart on eSignal, I have VWAP at 349.25, but there it goes right now, 25 cents in the money, man. It's like everything we're touching here seems to go temporarily, and then we'll wait to see where it goes. I'll take something out for a quarter, I guess. I don't know. We just stopped there. See if I can take like 5% there. Now we're trying to fall back in. So I was just looking for a stop there. We already talked about it. Breaking through 349, I think we'll stop out. If this goes $1, that's kind of where that 200 period moving average is. So honestly, trying to go actually a little bit higher than that. So trying to go 1-to-1, a little bit more than 1-to-1, I think is fine. But I'm already in scalp mode. So what we're doing right now, there it is. Like there's an out there. We just got 25s. So there's a 25-cent winner for you on Tesla. Again, it's just different. Oh, it doesn't show me.
Position board.
Fabian, position board, not on.
Give it a minute.
We are. We could give it a minute, yeah, but I'm in Tesla for a couple minutes now. So there it goes, man. We're in Tesla. We just got a piece out. We'll see. Hopefully we can adjust that. That is the right trade for me for Palantir.
No, that's right.
Probably right for QBTS as well.
QBTS.
So, all right, so we're in Tesla. I have 350.02s. We just got out of what percent? 10% there. I thought it was 5%, but I just hit my normal 10% there. So now let's see if it can go up. I mean, next call, 350.50, and then we'll wait for that to see if it goes. Like I said, this is not one of those trades where it's like first thing in the morning where we need to let this go. Right now, we're just trying to make some trades here and then hold something for that bigger move if it does happen. Wouldn't be surprised if the market just kind of does a little bit of this. We kind of got into VWAP there, back into the 50 period, and now it just kind of wants to dance. So yeah, lighter. I mean, this is why I told you it was about half of a unit for me on Tesla right there. So we'll see what winds up happening. It's about 15% or so of what we took on Palantir. So let's see what happens now. Again, Tesla $350 stock, Palantir $134 stock. We've been really loving Palantir today, and we haven't traded Tesla. So we'll wait to see what happens now. Good little level there at 350. Let's try it. It's failed for us before, so wouldn't be surprised if it does this again. I'll average in down into that 349, like 349.30 or so, because we're getting out on VWAP. So it's not going to be a huge hit for us either way, but so far it's not the greatest as it is coming back down. Here, maybe if I get in one more time, because now it's erased your trades as well.
I just took a fill and it erased. Yeah, okay.
There it goes. All right, so you got a fill. Okay, so I just have to wait for a fill.
You did that?
Me? I didn't.
No, usually that happens when you take a fill.
So I did take a fill. No, I didn't. You did. I didn't get filled on. No, but I'm taking out on Palantir here.
Well, either way, that's correct for me because I just was about to mention I jumped into.
There. Mine should flip. Yes.
Oh, okay. It took a second.
I know how it works. Yeah, so I just took another piece out there on Palantir as it made its way back to 134.50s. So we just took that 134.50. Now let's see where we go here. Tesla making the move down, Palantir making the move up. This is what we're doing, man. I feel bad about chasing this Tesla. I think that's what we did. So that's why it's less of a trade, right? The Palantir fell into our lap, a completely different story altogether. Apple, so we also got dropped out of Apple during that sort of chaos to the downside. But Apple, another monster today, could have been better. Didn't have that many shares because we had gotten out, and then, anyways, Apple hopefully can go upside now. But we're gonna wait for Tesla. I'm bidding 349.30s. See if we can get a little bit more down there, and then punching out if it does break 339. Bitcoin 106. At least that's battling back.
Yeah, it's looking pretty solid.
How was that plum today? I still have mine over here. Do you have yours?
I did. Disappointing. I didn't think it was.
They're too hard.
The other thing too is when you're in Europe. I was just in Budapest for anyone that isn't watching for a week, and shout out to Obi for doing a great job filling in like he always does. But I find when I travel to Europe, like it's only a week, but I get accustomed to like how great everything tastes.
Trying to find a basket.
And then you come back, and it's like, I need perfect fruit, I need perfect vegetables, and you don't necessarily always get that here. That said, I was in Rome last year, in Budapest this year. There wasn't a comparison. Pastries, desserts, fantastic. It's just the food there is good, but it's not the same. It's not the same thing. Like if you're a foodie, that's not it. But if you want some beautiful places to see and walk around, of course, you can't go wrong. So we mentioned I jumped into Micron off of this local high, just above the 102 level that we're sitting. I'm sitting in here at 85s and just giving it about a quarter, right? So just above the 102 is going to be the out. First bids not till we get to the 60, which is actually more than 1-to-1. Should have it at, that's right. Yes. At the 60 level, then we'll look for that low of 102.2. If we get VWAP, fantastic. I didn't pull the trigger reloading on QBTS as it's just going sideways here. The volume was starting to pick up, but you can kind of see that it's stalled out there on the volume. With it 3:15, with only 45 minutes to go, like I want to see the volume continue to climb, put in a red candle, and it's starting to slow down a bit. So no reload on declining volume for me on QBTS. I'll hold it to see if it can break that high, but it's looking a little bit disappointing as far as I can see. What I love about this market is there's something for everybody. This MCTR, which has done 37 million shares of volume, up 550%. Opened up again, another fresh high, but it just rejected. So it halted at 31.70, and then kind of failed a breakout on the reopen, went all the way down to 29 bucks. It's right back testing those highs. So pulls back $2 and then retests the highs. It's a bit of a crazy one. I'm not touching this with a 10-foot pole. I think someone asked something about shorts. No, I'm not paying for locates on this thing. There's mean reversion shorts, and there's, this is not the type of stock where I would try a mean reversion on. Like Micron is the kind of stock that I would try a mean reversion on, not MCTR. Because I feel like the best chance you have to get a winning short is when a typical short setup gets blown out and then everyone's stopped out and then you get some crazy parabolic candle that you can revert. That hasn't really happened. I haven't seen anything like that. I don't even see anything here that would set that up. There's a parabolic move in there, but it goes into an up halt and then it traps short. So there's been no really good look there. Micron actually just went higher. So this wasn't a mean reversion. This was a consolidation short. So I had risk about a quarter on it. I didn't want to give back everything from the other short, but it looks like it wants to break higher. Gave it a shot with a tight stop because it was going sideways, but it's just ever so gently moving higher at this moment. West Coast saying, look at Soxel. That makes sense. I mean, NVIDIA's having a decent day. Yeah, just sideways action. That's exactly like the Micron chart right now. Holding near the highs, but not breaking out. Just very much channeling. So for a day trade, not seeing much. When you look at this on the higher time frame, though, like a daily chart, still resistance here on Soxel, just underneath the $19 level. Nice consolidation for the next leg up, but when is that going to happen? And if you're ever playing, Sox, Sox is great, but SMH does the better work because it's got more NVIDIA in it. I think that's to each their own, right? It's just, I think we know what drives the ship right now, and it's been NVIDIA. And for a lot of people, I would just usually prefer that one. It's going to be stronger for a lot of reasons, but one of the main ones is it has, I think, maybe not twice as much NVIDIA. I'd have to double check, but
I don't know
it's significant. It's significantly more NVIDIA in it, but I don't know the exact ratio more. But I'd be in this one as a preference. But you can see the two charts, one clearly stronger than the other. All right, QBTS, I think the breakout could be incoming. Still planning on taking the breakout. I didn't get hit on the offer here.
Nice.
All right, let's move from 55 to 54. Get the fill. The breakout is coming here. It'll be technically at 57, so it's a weird price to go long on a break of 1758. We bought the dip in 1730, and now we're going to take the breakout. It's 318, so there might be the last shot trading this. Maybe two more. It could do a dip as well, but we'll play the breakout first.
When you dip, we dip, we dip. I just want to say just real quickly here, because Tesla, I'm giving it a little bit more room because we're just dancing around 349. So right now my average price is 349.60. I do have an out here at 30 if it does come up. Take 30 cents hit on 10% of it, just because, well, that's crazy if we don't get that. But anyways, that's the plan of action here that I am looking for. But I do want you to make sure you do scan that QR code right there as it says on your screen. If you want a prop firm that's transparent, fair, and actually wants you to succeed, listen up. Prop XP gives you 1 to 200 leverage, one of the highest out there, and no high watermark. Fast payouts, real support, and a team that's on your side. That's why they're rated 4.6 on Trustpilot and climbing. Use code TraderTV. Wow, really? This is true? To get you 50% off. We'll take that off your challenge right now. Again, that's code TraderTV to get 50% off your challenge right now. Scan the QR code and click the link in the description box and start trading smarter with Prop XP. Pass the challenge, get funded with Prop XP. We want to be a shout out to Prop XP. And I mean, Neil and I trade prop. I've only ever traded prop. Obviously, I've never traded, I trade, the swing account and things like that just because, I don't get enough action here on the show, but just kidding. Yeah, oh wow, here comes Tesla right back up to the side. And then, of course, the investment portfolio, like the 401k, that's a bussin' right now with these markets going back up to the upside there. I have to use these words so my kids, it doesn't matter about you guys, they think I'm cooler. I have to say, this trade is cooking. or things like that. Thankfully, they are done with all that Raider Trader Ohio talk. So that is, there's Tesla. Oh my.
We're not in our house.
Oh, you're not? Oh, I think that stuff is completely stopped, man. I think she'll be done.
It's an age thing. At her age, it's like they're behind by a little bit. Like grade 2s are like a few years.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe a couple of years there because that was definitely last summer. But yeah, whatever. You'll be through it soon. I don't even really see that much of that anymore. But okay, that's me. But all right, so there's Tesla. We did it. That's it, man. It breaks 350. It comes in. It comes back in. We defend VWAP and we defend the 50-period moving average. And the rest is a little history as we get there back up there to the upside. So there, look at this. WAP right there. Like, that's the thing. Like, look at that move right back in. So here it is. We're going to get stopped out now. This is the thing about trading. When the news hits, or like that just went down $1 immediately. What am I supposed to do? There's the move down. I was just looking to see if there's any news, but there's the move down. I know likey right there, man. I'm going to get stopped out of this for sure. And I'm glad that we were able to take, we're out of half. I'm glad we were able to take some out on the way up there, back near that 350 area, because there it is, downside right there. So we'll flush the last bit down the toilet. I can see we are going to be down on Tesla, similarly there to what we had lost on Robinhood. But here, so the amount of shares that I have left on this Palantir trade, the amount of shares that I have left on this Palantir trade is what we just lost on that whole position for Tesla. Not all of this. This is what's left. So we'll take a piece out here. As Palantir right now is at $135 and almost $4 now in the money. So I don't know what's up with this stock other than it's just been the greatest stock apparently of all time, as this one just keeps on ripping up right in front of us. And again, I haven't heard anything.
It's the Sugar Ray Robinson.
Yeah.
I'm only saying that because everyone.
You like him, yeah.
You know, in the midday chat, everyone's like, Floyd was the GOAT.
Oh.
Like,
Floyd? I don't know, man. The guy couldn't even beat Jake Paul.
Stop.
But right here, we'll have to wait to see what happens with, not Logan Paul, it was, he faced. So there it is right now. Palantir just keeps going upside there. Yeah, I think everybody, like Mike Tyson as far as a heavyweight, obviously Floyd Mayweather is not there. Yesterday, post-market options were volatile, made a major push. All right, Joe Mama. What's up, Joe Mama? There'll be drawback interested in imbalances. You talking about Palantir, Joe Mama? Right there. Joe Mama, that's good. But yeah, so I don't know, maybe there is some more interest on the option side for Palantir. I'm a very, very simple mind. And I'm not trying to mess around with looking at too many things. I just try to play price action, try to play momentum, try to play levels. Very, very simple to me. I don't even like head and shoulders, this and that, blah, blah, blah. To me, that's just noise. So I don't listen to it. I don't trade off of that. You guys know how I trade. It's pretty simple. And yeah, today it's pretty good. The only thing I want to tell you is now Palantir is now more than half of our NVIDIA profits today back in on Palantir. So NVIDIA was about 4 times more than Palantir. And then now Palantir is about half. So we've made some good inroads here with PLTR into the closes. Looks like it wants to take 135. Every print higher right now is a brand new all-time high. And maybe time to get some more out for Palantir. It's gone up to the highest single name I own. And that was never, it's a good thing to have happen, but it was never the idea. I don't think my number one holdings are the indexes. I didn't even own any indexes about the beginning of this year. We've sort of layered into those. So that's my number one holding. But if you add the Nasdaq, it's the S&P. It would be the number one. The Nasdaq is probably number 2. And then just as far as a single stock is Palantir right now. So I think we're going to have to trim some of that, 135 and change. But then what am I going to do? Put it back in the Nasdaq? Do I want to sit in cash or sit in Palantir?
It's always one of those.
Yeah, it's always one of those.
It was the only reason I sold some Eli Lilly. I remember it was just one of those, I looked back and it was like, why is it Eli Lilly the number 2 holding in my portfolio?
Yeah.
And I'm like, this was never my intention. I'm like, do I like GLP that much? My answer was no. So sometimes to trim, but I was like an auto buyer. Like it just, the money went straight into the.
What I do, I pick up my phone immediately to find out. I'm getting nervous.
No, but like literally, I just
look at this stock.
I just always put it in the index. It's like I never, unless I have a really good reason to want it to be in cash. Then it's like I just sort of think of the long term as be invested in the market and hold it. Just very quickly, because QBTS might be failing the stop break. Like the long obviously was better. if you look, whatever, you buy better prices, they're much better. But it was a pretty clean breakout through the triple top today. But the thing that I'm reminded of is when in doubt, zoom out. And when you zoom out, I'm not going to put it to a 15-minute. You can kind of see, just going back to when I was gone last week, it has this rejection of $18, and then the opening range, like, kind of rejected a lower high here at $17.75. So there's overhead resistance into this breakout. And so if it loses this prior bar at 53, it'll be a tight stop. We'll get out. We bought the dip. That was clean into the high of the day. But this breakout here, we got at 58. It printed 65. It printed 70s. But if it loses 53, I'm going to jump out of this because I just noticed the overhead resistance on QBTS. And you should, when you're doing this, it's like, oh, you should always zoom out before you take a top break. I thought it was a little bit more clean for some reason to like 18.4. And I kind of know the reason why, because I looked at a daily chart, glanced over, I'm like, oh, there's room to 1840 here. That's almost $1. But really, that's a lot of resistance, 1780 to 18 even. So that's the reason we're going to have a very tight stop. It'll have worked, but we'll take what we can get, and we will not be upset. CoreWeave makes fresh highs, of course. I wanted to get to that Halt stock. MCT, shoot, what was it again? MCTR, that's what it is. Thank you very much, Adara. Adara forgets nothing. It's unbelievable. That Halt stock, MCTR, who knew? You heard me say that wasn't a good short. Well, I wasn't going to pay for shorts. Obviously, it would have been a good short, failing that fresh high that it put in, the Halt high. That said, there was no crazy, like, post-Halt up candle that I would revert, but like, if you took it, it worked for you. But anyways, down, I don't know why it hasn't halted to the downside. That's almost 10% in a single 3-minute candle, down to 27 even. So it might be on its last few legs in here, whatever MCTR is. What's the name of it? We can say it. Control Group Limited. I believe I did say that last time. So you saw the plan of action for QBTS is not to reload it and to tighten the stop up. The other play will be just hold it into 18 if it breaks the high. Might as well get an order there just on the off chance. I'm not really expecting anything crazy at the close in terms of an index action or any imbalances, but in a few minutes we'll have an early look. Could expect some volatility in the chips today from what we saw with the buy program on Micron. I know that reverted late in the day. I'm looking to see if there's like one last salvo down on Micron. I was hoping this would push back into the highs and we can see 102.5 to get another trade in, but we are running out of time for sure. Good question here, Hypercube. Did we figure out what the sell-off was from? Is it the tax bill?
What sell-off?
I don't know. I think we've got to be talking about, if you're talking about specifically like Tesla here at like 353, like falling off, the reversal. There's one heavy candle in the Qs, and you're going to talk about this as like the sell-off into VWAP. Maybe that's what it is. There was nothing specific that was hitting the wire in that moment, so I don't want to tell you why it happened, but the heaviest stock was Tesla. No questions asked that I can look up and see. And some of it had to do with, I know Elon's comments maybe regarding the bill, maybe that had something to do with why Tesla was getting pushed down so much, because I would see him going against the president, which ideally is not something you want to draw the ire of. We'll see.
I can't get enough of this. I cannot. She told me too, she's like, this goalie was staring me down. And then I went, look at the edge work on the skates. Like, it's not even,
But you gotta highlight the time on the clock too.
Oh, that was a penalty shot though. She already got, 23 seconds. They were down 4-2. Yeah, you're right. And she made it 4-3 there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's
a half. So it's actually only 28 seconds left in the game.
I didn't know that.
No, it doesn't matter. Still,
But
yeah.
still, like, that's.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that myself. I'm just sitting here watching Palantir, and I was like, I'm gonna go watch that again. I already put that up on X. Go find me on X if you wanna see some fun stuff like that. And then also, man, like we had a great weekend as well. Like there's more of this, but there's my dog Belle. We talked about that yesterday. There she is, right there. There's Gia, and here's all the girls as I talk to them about We beat Royal York 20-0. We mercied them. We only did 4 runs an inning. They played 6 innings. We only played 5. We weren't going to bat the last little bit. So right now we're looking for some more competition right now. So if anybody has a 13U team or 12U team that plays hardball, and it's all girls, bring it on. We're actually playing the boys, the rep boys. So some kids that are 12 years old, they're hitting. It's 200, the bombs, I forget what it is to deep center. It's not that far, just a little league diamond, but they're hitting bombs over the fence, like 2 and change for little league. It's
That's about right.
Yeah, it's amazing. But anyways, okay. So just quickly, I have like 2% left. That's it of Palantir. We went up to 135 there, and we have 3 or 4 outs. We have more than that, but a bunch of outs right there. My last out was on the way back down through. So we're going to put a bid right there. Sorry, not a bid, an offer to get out. You know where the stop was on this trade? 131 break. So this was 40 cents worth of risk. And it just turned out to make $3. But there was the risk. We had written down earlier that we liked 131. Palantir has been obviously a pretty good name for me today. We had it there, won, lost it. That last time we broke through 131, and then it came back again. So we'll take that fill, gave it to that area, and then boom goes the dynamite there to the upside. So let's now cancel that stop and put it in right here. Just a break of 134, 133.99, and we will mark it out of that trade. Get that set up there with these hands, and now wait to see it's 330. It's getting a little spicy to get into anything right now because, again, we do have less than a half hour. I'm at the highest spot I've been at all day, so pretty proud of that right now, and not doing a whole heck of a lot except for noticing one thing. Look at Micron right now. Wow, that name wants to just sort of cruise a little bit higher here into the close. But Amazon, man, maybe I shouldn't have told Amazon or Bezos that I bought some yesterday because this name is not participating very well with today's rally. It is down 0.5%. Now, I really like Amazon. We heard Bill Ackman and Pershing Square come through and say that this was one of the names that they bought in that depths of hell, which was mid-April. No, I'm not scared. I mean, I bought more yesterday, and I just figuring it's doing this. I think we want to break up higher. I really like Amazon. The most recent buys for myself were CRM, Amazon. We bought CRM today. We can actually have it look. That's probably down. Marvell. Wow, what am I doing? I said I wasn't going to buy individual stocks anymore. Marvell, Amazon, CRM, basically all AI and tech-related names.
You know what I'm annoyed with?
Pretty ridiculous, but actually, then I did buy the S&P.
CRM just made that, was Infosys?
CRM agent.
Who'd they just buy?
Oh, who did buy? Yeah, Infosys, yeah, INFY.
And then, right, it was INFY, right?
Something like that.
And I remember thinking, okay, well, when there's a dip on those, wait a couple of days and then buy the dip, and I was gone. I didn't even look at it. But
CRM. No, they reported that's that move down for CRM.
Still though, you know what? Yeah, I own this stock. I haven't done jack with this stock in a very, very long time. I'd be curious to even look to see where I own this sucker. Like, didn't sell anything, didn't buy anything. A mutual friend of ours has a cousin who works there, and we were talking about it. Obviously, he's gonna like what they're doing.
I mean, I like Agent Force. I like what they're doing.
Well, I like the acquisition for them. I like it as well. I just got to think about what I want to do with that stock, because that's one where I haven't sold and I haven't done any cleanup. And I do believe software is the answer, and I do believe they're a good AI play. Just one quick thing here. The QBTS just tried one more time. We're going to go to Adara, but it tried one more time to bust up to the highs. Couldn't do it. It looks like it's going to break out. I'm not moving the stop. It'll be just underneath the break-even stop. It looks like it's running out of legs in here, unfortunately. Let's go to Adara. Fed Logan speaking.
I'm going to give some clarification here on CRM, actually. So it wasn't Infosys that they acquired. It was Informatica. That was their most recent acquisition for $8 billion. The goal of that was to, I guess, increase their AI and data management capabilities. So that was that acquisition there, Informatica, $8 billion. It's also worth noting here, Fed's Logan is speaking, apparently not commenting on the economic outlook in her prepared remarks, but a couple comments just generally, I guess, about economic outlook, less specific to this current cycle, for lack of better terms. So Fed's Logan here is saying that she believes that the monetary policy framework should be robust to a range of scenarios, and that the Fed should pay attention to overshooting full employment, that they should focus on achieving 2% inflation and not try to make up for past inflation shortfalls. So really, like what we've heard from all of the many Fed speakers today, Fed's Logan focusing here on the idea we'll get to 2% inflation that should be the focus beyond any distractions. Back to you.
All right, Infomatica.
Infomatica.
The more Infomatica you have, the better it is. Thank you for that info, Adira, on that one. You know.
No, INFA, not INFY.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, just $8 billion. Yeah, it's nothing to worry about.
What's $8 billion among friends?
I don't know. CRM's market cap probably in the 200, 300
Oh,
billion
goodness, easily.
mark there. So I think that they probably just sneezed and all of a sudden they acquired a company. All right, so there it is right here. This is why, I mean, we have many examples and we talk about it all the time. You can't put up numbers, honestly, unless you have risk management, because you could put up numbers, but then the next day you're going to probably give them back. I mean, every trade has an out, whether or not it's a winning out or simply just a cutting the loss, whether or not it's outs like what I was doing in Palantir, whether or not it's Neil talking about QBTS and talking about, like, you know, potentially that might have seen the highs. Whatever it is, you got to analyze each stock individually and judge the risk that you have associated into those stocks. So for me, I told you that we just had that one unit on Tesla. Was actually, we punched it with half a unit, then averaged it in, able to get some out, and then it dropped out. So, you know, not good because we wound up losing on that trade. But, you know, when you look at that, and this is why I'm saying, like, being at near the highs of the day, you look at that, and then at the same time, I actually also had this trade, right? And so one works, one doesn't. This is why you don't want to throw too many darts at this market, because you can swing and miss. I mean, I think another good example of that right here is right here, right now, and that was with HIMS. Obi, I could probably tell you about this. He had a short, same way, because he had messaged me earlier. I guess I didn't even realize I don't think he's here.
No, he's not.
But
he came by and he took off.
Okay, yeah. But anyways, I saw him at lunchtime, and he says, yeah, he was sitting. Well, he was trading here today. He was sitting over there, and he had heard me talking about HIMS, and he's like, yeah, nice trade, blah, blah, blah. I looked over and saw that, you know, he had made some money on it, and I assumed that he was, I don't know why, I assumed he was long because he had made money early, but no, he was going this way on that. So he had to hold it, and yeah, at the end of the day, it's a very, you know, a similar result, but there's the out, and I'm just saying, like, you know, this is a day breaker right off the open if you don't watch your risks. So there it goes, man. Have your ins, have your outs. Positive name on that. Positive name on Apple today. I mean, this is what we did on Apple. Buy, boom, upside. So that was good. We actually had to average into this one, which was pretty scary, but we always had written down, it's on the note, it's a number 2 trade, 201. So we want to wait for that anyways. So there that goes. HIMS, we just talked about that. So that's a win. So that's 3 for 3. And then Robinhood, we wind up losing on, but this was, look where it is now. But again, that's that risk, right? It breaks 71.50, we get out. So 20 cents worth of a hit there only to see this happen, which is fine. At least I feel good about being the right way. Number 1 P&L name today, I mean, we've already talked about this, NVIDIA, and it's dwarfing everything else. So that was a great trade, the number 1 idea on the note. And if I'm going to win, I'm glad it's on the number 1 trade idea, because that means I'll probably have the most shares. So there it goes right there to the upside. Palantir, you know, that sort of speaks for itself right there for today. We're getting out if it breaks 134. We almost broke 134, like literally to the penny. So that probably stops out pretty soon. And then there's Tesla that we just lost on. So small hits. You can see, you know, the 2 stocks we got hit on, a Hood and Tesla. Both look very, very similar, so that now we don't have to sort of worry about that. Like, I'm just reviewing these trades, man. It's 338. I'll review the same way if I had lost. Like, if I was whatever the ratio was. I'm just showing you some of the trades and some of the ideas. And when I have bad days, I'll still have bad days. It'll still be quick hits, but like none of the ideas will be working, right? And so that's where it sort of starts to ramp up. But today's a good one. Again, we've actually had a pretty good couple weeks here the last little while. So it's so far so good. And I'm just a little bit like sort of the market, yuck. Yeah, put me to sleep. If we had some, here, we need like a money here. Maybe if I do, oh, there it is.
Let's poke something. Or
do something.
I pity the fool that doesn't hit the like and subscribe button.
I'm not wearing that shirt, but there's Joe's. I don't have Joe's. Oh, that one. And I thought Joe was going to hit his butt. 47% new viewers. Welcome and enjoy.
That seems pretty high.
You know what? My first gut reaction was like, wow, that's impressive. We appreciate it. Well, the best thing about the community is support everyone gives each other, one, but two, like the wealth of new ideas.
To like and subscribe. This trade has unlimited upside.
There you go, unlimited upside. No, it's all a different perspective. Like I wasn't even looking at QBTS until people were like, it's going, and I'm like, yeah, it was near the high of the day when everything is at the lows, which is relative strength. Like I don't know why, and I didn't even see a headline for it. You guys were showing the strength. This is Rigetti underneath the volume weighted average price. I showed you guys IonQ as well. This is incredibly weak, and then for whatever reason, QBTS here was making higher lows and breaking out. Now, I'm now out of it as it broke down, but there's a prior bar. It broke by like 1 cent or so, kind of holding right back to where we're in. Maybe it goes back to the high of the day, but I think going into tomorrow, gonna play this for relative strength. Even if we got out of the last of our shares there just underneath break even, it's a good long, clearly relatively strong in its space. Does it have the juice to get back into its fresh all-time highs? I don't know, like it's 18 that needs to really break out. That's the gap that I think makes more sense. This can plug through 18 tomorrow, then you've got some serious room to get to that $19, $20 level up top. But I'll favor the longs tomorrow just based on its relative strength here in the afternoon. It's 340, nothing really standing out here on the locator, at least when I looked up. Yeah. There we go. There's a few, I mean, whatever. HPE's there for an early look of 2.5 million to the sell side, and you got XOM in there for 1.3. Cliff, there's been some serious movement, obviously, in a lot of the steel names. 1 million to the sell side. It was yesterday. This was up 23%.
Yes.
I want to say yes. Yeah, it was yesterday. Very, very good day for the steel names, and a very, let's just say, program day for Cleveland Cliffs today. Like that, to me, is a buy program pretty much the entire day on CLF. So when I see that and I see a sell imbalance, yeah, someone's probably just taking profits. It's been long this thing the entire day. It just seems like profit taking to me. It's a fraction of the actual volume on the day here, 81 million shares. Let's go to Adara.
Just be aware here, a little bit of, for lack of a better term, wick action in MP and TMC. These are both kind of natural metal related companies. I took a look at these because I just saw a headline here. I'm seeing a report. Donald Trump is expected to waive statutory requirements under the Defense Production Act in order to help increase domestic production of critical minerals and weapons. So keep an eye here on some of these minerals and metals related plays located in the U.S. Getting a little bit of a violent move here, likely on this catalyst. Back to you.
And we'll look forward to see what will happen with crowd earnings. Scott Tomlinson saying they better have good earnings. Well, I don't.
Or else what?
Well, I mean, I don't disagree with you. The whole space you're paying a premium for, and they just broke fresh highs. So, yeah, like when you're breaking highs going into earnings,
yeah,
we know which way the risk usually goes for them. I would say I feel at least a little bit better.
What is Elon doing?
You know what? Yeah, enough of this. CrowdStrike's a great stock, and it's breaking out. Make sure you tune in, and we always know Brian Shannon will have some fantastic views during earnings season. He's on tonight, right?
He should be, yeah.
Should be on tonight. He's fantastic, and Sean Adair and Brian are going to give you the goods. But Elon, I want to say, runs his mouth about the bill, and while the market bounces and goes higher, it's right back to that 345 level. So yeah, the selling is going in here pretty hard here on Tesla. If it doesn't hold on to 345, I'm probably. Like, yeah, I mean, 345, I almost guarantee you I'm going to write down on my note tomorrow, over under 345, I'm going to favor shorts, is likely my guess, as it does not look very good. And Ari Pages, can you show us what columns you brothers have in your imbalance locator? Sure. Usually kind of gloss it over. It's pretty simple. Stock, which direction the imbalance is in, how big is the imbalance. The paired volume is the key, is one of the keys that I think it's important to have on there. The time, it just tells you the last time it updated. And then the source, BRKR is like pre the imbalances getting disseminated publicly at 350. And then after the fact, like you'll see like NYSE or Nasdaq for Nasdaq, ARCA for NYSE market. But yeah, those are the only things I have. Then the auction price would be like an indicated where it would print if they closed it right now. I don't really think that's all that valid unless I'm looking at an IPO or a halt stock. A lot of times that'll be a little bit useful. So you can always just sort of hover on it here. Anytime we pull it up, just hit the pause or screen grab it. If you have any questions, you can always ask us, guys. It's just no issues. I know we glossed over this pretty quickly. We also have a video that you can check out on the imbalance locator made a few years back, and it's valid. There's been trades off here that have been big ones in the past. Like I know, like there was one a couple of months ago. Well, it was a while ago actually on Tesla. A good one on Palantir, and JWN had a recent good one. It doesn't mean that every single day we see a big number on here at 350. There will be an opportunity, but there's a reason why we bring it up. You never know where your bread's going to get buttered. And to Chris L., I hope Elon has not ended the bull market. But the reason I don't think that's true is there's a distinct difference between, I mean, this is a 15 versus a 3. But like this is the Nasdaq right now at 0.7, right? Like you're just making a slight pullback off a strong day. What Tesla's doing is distinctly different. Distinctly different. It's clearly much weaker than the overall market right now. Like Nvidia's holding up pretty well here. You know, it just seems like it's Tesla which is taking it on the chin. If it wasn't 345, I'd consider a bounce play. And 345 the time, not the price. It is at 345 the price as well. I consider a bounce play, but it's way too late. The stock I was looking for the break on was going to be QBTS. Still successful this afternoon. It just didn't sustain the move the way that we would like it. Like it gave you a couple of points if you got it from bottom to top and didn't re-enter. You got 1 point each way. If you took kind of the breakout to the high or the breakout to whatever, 1770 ended up being that high of the day. I want to see more on this potentially tomorrow, but it was the only one in the group that was going. So we'll see. MDB is another one I keep seeing in the chat here. MongoDB, not a stock that it's not really a day trading stock. Thank you, Daryl. Yeah, they report tomorrow night. It's not really a day trading stock. However, if it breaks out here above like 203, 204, that gets pretty spicy. Like a brick wall in the low 200s for the last few months now, at least. David, again with the super chat. Appreciate you, brother. Second trip to Canada in 30 days. When customs asked me purpose of visit, always say to collect deed for 51st state. Mixed reaction from agents. Some laugh. I have a buddy that works at customs. He'd laugh at that. I promise you. I'll show him this joke and he'll bust a gut. I actually have two friends at work. One of them is actually like he has like an office job now with customs, but the other one is he's the dude that I have a good friend of mine I played baseball with. He's the dude that is on the plane with you when you get deported. So he literally is like, he escorts people on the plane when they get deported. Man, he's got some stories. Big dude. But the nicest guy you've ever met. Like, he should be a comedian. But yeah, I get that. That's a funny joke. We're not going to be the 51st state. We get that nonsense.
There's no way in hell I would say that to a customs guy.
Well, I mean,
no way. I mean, just because like you don't know who you're going to run into.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like my buddy would laugh at it.
Yeah.
My buddy would
like
laugh
mixed
at
results.
It.
I mean, I just think. I mean, we all think it's.
I can laugh at that joke.
No, I'm just saying like you just. Yeah, and most custom. I'm just saying like.
But you don't know.
I wouldn't like. It's just like you're trying to get into the country. They literally hold the.
They hold all the cards, man.
That. So I don't know, but yeah, what's up, David, man? I mean, everybody doing themselves, of course, there, and I think that there goes Tesla right back into some lows. Like if we didn't have 3 more minutes until these imbalances, I'd be all over this thing right now. I'd be going long. I think the long is here right now. So again, a look for you if you're looking long. I like it right there for Tesla. But again, we have to be flat at the end of every day. And of course, when we're making predictions like this and making calls, it has nothing to do with tomorrow or the next day. I'm just looking at levels for right now. And you just fell right back in, right into your lap again right there. I would even potentially go longer again on Palantir if we got back to this 133, which we're pretty close to again. But wow, this was a day maker, a day adder, but definitely helped get that day where it needed to be today there for us on PLTR. But yeah, the moves continue to join Adara and I tonight, as we'll of course, we'll have CrowdStrike. That should be a heck of a lot of fun, and then we'll wait to see where we go after that. Trump-based branded crypto wallet sparks controversy. I don't know what's going on with the Donald Trump coin today, but we haven't looked at Coinbase in like forever.
5%.
Yeah, good, yes. We didn't. I want to see that when Adara comes back. Did she tweet out? She was talking about it. I know she was working on it. Our picks, because I have Coinbase in there. Okay, we do have. I'll get her maybe when she comes back. I'm talking about. Oh, there it is. Yeah, she did tweet it out. Okay, so this is from June 2nd.
Where is it?
Yesterday.
Oh, from yesterday. Oh,
yeah,
cool.
Right here. It's you and I. right there, leading the way.
UNIT,
These are the picks that we've had on
XLF's
board there.
man.
Everybody Redsville, and then right now though, we'll take, you and I will put Trader TV on our backs here and wait to see what happens with these other guys. I know that's the problem is like we're the ones with the bad backs and Trader TV Live right here. So we'll see what winds up happening. We got Coinbase in there as well, so add another 5 points onto that right now today. And we've got Palantir and we have the Dow Jones. So we'll wait to see. Brendan's just rolling with crypto. I think so is Sharif.
See, what's weird about that though is I openly said like one of my picks, like I would be selling some today, but we're not really. It's not one of those because I think after what I saw with CEG.
Nova.
Yeah, like that's CEG.
That's what's leading you right now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's the reaction.
Oh, the imbalances are up.
Imbalances drop. We'll finish that thought in a quick little second. I just went to my quote board to show pretty much nothing. Intel's 1 million to the sell side. HAL, HAL's at 2 million buy. Ford 1.3 XOM came out as expected. 1.9 to the buy side. Yeah, nothing really. Where's the big Nasdaq names? Nothing.
No.
Palantir's a buy, 760,000. But how much has it done? Like
80 million.
Yeah, 760 into 80 million is not going to do anything. I'm surprised not to see any of the chips in there. Alphabet, 700,000 to the buy side.
Yeah,
the market's,
Google's there.
But the market's actually 290 to sell, 290 million to sell, and nothing really standing out on the board for the imbalances, unless you somehow care about a 1 million imbalance on Intel, which I suppose most people would not.
Joseph said he expects to be in second. What, on the chat he said that? I expect you to be in first, man. I thought you were smarter than us. But we'll have to wait to see what winds up happening.
Is this Robinhood? Robinhood's your swing buy.
Yeah, he went back.
It's Meta, Tesla. Okay.
Ooh, I like all those picks.
Look, I love Meta.
I like everybody's picks. I have no idea.
I bought Meta twice this year.
We're just playing around. Like, I don't know. We could do another one. We could do a mid-year one. I'll put this 38% in my pocket, and we can repick again if you guys want to. You could go short on anyone. We could go short.
Oh, well, you know what?
You could have gone
what
short.
What would be a fun one? I didn't think about. I thought we were only picking buys, but what a fun one to do would be a forced short. Like you have to pick short, and so that like it forces you. Well, what are you the most bearish on?
Yeah,
just to switch it up a little bit.
I like that too.
So but like, when's the starting date? Like,
I like all of these things, man. I like. Me and Joe have a bet on for the. He's got the Florida Panthers.
I want the.
Someone in the chat was talking about the Pacers in 4, and I'm like, I should have responded like, what do you like? First of all, what do you want me to do? You want me to paint my face? Like, just whoever it was, if anybody wants, I'll just take OKC. No, I'll take OKC. I've been OKC the whole time, so I have no issues.
A sweep is like.
But Pacers sweeping, like, what kind of odds do you want? Because I'll wear some face paint. Do whatever you want to do. You could send me an apple fritter, and we can figure that one out. But it's gonna be OKC. Like that's not even a thing. Trust me.
Oh, trust me, bro. Trust me.
No, okay.
Man, my arms.
They got that one, man.
Okay.
I had a throw tonight.
Oh yeah, we play tomorrow night.
I don't really have to throw. My daughter plays baseball. Coach.
Yeah, we just have a game, so it's all good.
It's just it's regular stuff. It should be fun. The weather should be fantastic.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's gorgeous out right now. So only about 7 minutes to go in here. Of course, remember, your aftermarket, you're going to CrowdStrike is the big one tonight. Let's see how cybersecurity does. Again, the premium's pretty big. What is Tesla doing, man? Did it tag 43? It did.
That was that buy. I said we should be buying 43s, but now it's at 44.
It bounced right there, I guess, off right when the imbalances hit. That's sort of the thing. If it comes out of sell imbalance, then you're in trouble. What are the odds?
It's not even close.
Oh goodness, that's what I'm saying.
In order to win $100, you have to lay $750.
Like what do you even
on Oklahoma City? That's how much. So you have to lay $750 to win 100. So your bet would be you'd lay $750, you return $850. And Indiana Pacers, if you bet $100, you'll make $530s.
Oh, that's a good one.
Right there. And the MVP, of course, as long as Oklahoma City wins, that's a wrap right there. As the best NBA players are outside of the United States. I think we understand that. Giannis, Luka, Shea, keeps on going.
The All-Star game should be
Anthony
USA
Bennett,
versus the world. Did you just say Anthony Bennett? Oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
He's not the biggest bust of all time. He's one of the biggest busts of all time. He's not the biggest bust of all time.
I don't know, man. He's representing Brampton.
He never, look, I'll tell you right now, the guys from the city that we're from, he never should have, he wasn't even, at the beginning of the cycle, he wasn't even supposed to be like a top 5 pick, and he got vaulted into 1. Like, come on, man. It wasn't even that, he should never have happened. Let's go to Adara.
What's Salesforce doing?
This part of the show is brought to you by our friends at Trade the Pool, because we're going to tell you about one of the most valuable parts of Trade the Pool, and it's called VOD, or Video On Demand Library. And it is a free resource, and it's filled with real trading stories, strategy deep dives, and practical insights to help you grow. So whether you're looking to improve your entries, manage risk better, or just stay motivated, this is where experience meets education. And to make sure nothing valuable slips through the cracks, we have the Note feature. See something worth remembering? Click Note, write it down, and it stays saved right inside the video. So head to tradethepool.com, tap the trading VOD, and start completely free. Back to you.
Nicely.
Wow. Thanks, Adara. Wow. We say wow because Palantir, quite the pullback down right now with only 5 minutes left. Get ready, man. It's CrowdStrike. It's Asana. That's another. Man, it's so hot in here. We need Asana. All right, there it is right there. $18 and change. They're going to be reporting after hours. Let's see what CrowdStrike.
Make sure you try the hot springs if you go to Budapest. They're bathhouses or whatever.
Oh, yeah. We'll be doing some stuff like that. But, yeah, we'll be. I think maybe I'll go next fall. I don't know. I got to go somewhere warm this fall. I haven't been anywhere in a minute. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I forgot about Jokic. My bad. Right there talking about U.S. Oh, by the way, Giannis's next team that he plays for? You heard it here first. He will be a Raptor.
Shams didn't say it.
He will be Raptor time very, very soon. So shout out to Greek Nation here as Giannis, man. Me and you will go get a souvlaki on the Danforth. You know what I'm saying? Right there, I'll bring my bodyguards. You know, I'll bring Sharif, and then just to make sure that
he ain't got no bodyguards.
Nobody
like
messes
Sharif.
with. No, nobody He's gonna see me and be like, "Wow, this guy has Sharif as his bodyguard," and like Giannis is 7 foot tall, and he's gonna be like, "All right." Right there. So we'll bring Sharif to that, and we'll go grab some souvlaki and chill out with Giannis on the Danforth. Make the Raptors great again. That's the new hat.
AMD at the close here.
Yeah.
I don't know what just happened at the imbalances, but for whatever reason, like I looked up, NVIDIA's not doing anything, but AMD popping off the scans. Only 3 minutes to go, everybody. Not going to take anything on, but a nice little bounce here in advanced market devices. Can't call it advanced money destroyer the last little bit. This is, look, it's continuing this breakout, everybody. You like him, hate him or love him, the underdog, whatever. 120. It needs to retake 120. I'm not going to finish that one. But 120 needs to go. It looks real good. Next stop is the 50 period, so the 200 period at 125. It's flattening out too. That's what I like to see. Flattening out 200 period, hold of the 50 period moving average. It's been a while since it broke that trend line, the downside. I mean, you could draw it any way you want. Any way you draw it, it's going to have broken it. And now it's well above that $100 level, which is now the 50 period. And you're now starting to see the 50 period glide higher on AMD. I think its times of death are pretty much over. It got through NVIDIA earnings unscathed in that bull flag. AMD looking pretty bullish here. Take it or leave it. Like the stock actually got to a reasonable PE as well, so you can't even call it expensive that much anymore.
Yeah, you can see that one breaking above 125 there for AMD. And then that'll be the 200 period on the daily, and then we'll see where we go from there. I wanted to check out, I want to see what DraftKings wound up doing on the end of the day here. I didn't buy, I should have been, the 32 should have been good there last couple of days. We talked about that little stupid 25-cent sort of tariff that DraftKings is going to face from the state of Illinois on bets. And we were talking about if that came into something a little lower or 32, and it just didn't get there. Maybe if this comes in the next couple of days, we could do some 32 dancing there for DraftKings. Because I actually remember I was telling you I was cleaning up my account and realized that we actually got filled. And we're long down into here on DraftKings. And we didn't take it out when it went upside because I didn't even realize it. And then to the downside there. So we'll wait to see. Or I'm just long from before and I didn't even realize it. But we're long into here. I think it's 34 and change on DraftKings. So that got whooped to the downside there. So I do like a 32 coming in for DKNG. And oh boy, man, we called that Tesla trade, and I was too scared of it because we had the close come through. But when this hit to 43, we talked about it down here at the pre-market levels, and right there, 43 gives you another $1.50. So yeah, man. Marissa wants to know if I'm doing the late show. Yes, I am. Right there. So we'll be doing that. And my daughter starts a brand new competitive volleyball. Problem is we put her into a generic house league type volleyball, and she got kicked out of that. So she has to go into like a whatever, more team-based thing because I don't know. It's just something about her. Like my son is just so happy, chilling out, doing his no, you don't need to hit that, man.
Oh, that's right.
Doing his own thing. And then it's just like my daughter just loves sports and competing. So shout out to different kids coming through again. She's anxious over there. It's the bell. It's 3. It's 2. It's 1. Ooh, a little bit of a dance as well. And there we go. It is now closed. That is the end of the day right there. It is a wrap. Oh, yeah, I just saw someone put in the chat SPCE. Yeah, that was another one there, Virgin Galactic Space. I don't know what that's been doing. I think you just called it up right there. I thought that was almost gone right there. I was $3 or $4.
The downside, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh, there it is. She's in the chat. Yeah, see, my daughter wants the Tesla.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's my day today on Tuesday. So, yeah, we'll do that. Neil will be doing it tomorrow and so on and so forth. Okay.
Actually, it's really lucky because we've had that scheduled for a while, and then blindly it just worked out that our baseball teams plan Tuesdays, and we practice on Thursdays. And you never know what each sports season. Like I was like, oh crap, we're gonna have to figure something else out because you never know with baseball. Because I got to basically get right out of here just to make it on time for our game. But good one today. Yeah. I hope this Giannis thing happens. Don't leave me hanging. I hope this Giannis thing happens. Well, I'm a little.
No, I'm not saying it's pending or anything like that.
Oh, I thought you heard something. Because you can't.
No, I'm just predicting.
Tampering right now, but
he still is under contract.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can't. That being said, if the Raptors ever got Giannis, oh my goodness.
When you mean?
The party. I'm just saying it'll be a party if it ever happens. Very quickly.
He's not even that old, I don't think.
No, he's still relatively young because he started at a young age. But with only it's 4 o'clock right now. I pulled up Space when it got brought up. There wasn't anything. It's 4%, man. It's not doing anything. And just for context, though, maybe there is a bounce play on SPCE, but the stock just basically got cut in half in the last little bit and not looking very good. Right at the end of the day, QBTS made a nice little move. It was AMD that led the way going into the highs. Here. And Chris Lynch, time to go get some bull. I'm pretty sure I'll end up just buying the open tomorrow. I mean, it actually closed at $11, but that's close enough. I mean, my stink bid never got filled. I was sitting at 10.42, so pretty much no chance there. As we are going to get some earnings for you today, everybody. Obviously, crowd's going to be a big one. That should matter. I just heard Wells Fargo in my ear. Not really sure why. Are they moving? Yeah. Wells Fargo looks like it's moving big aftermarket. That went all the way to $85 and pulled back into 78. So Wells with a massive, massive move here. It's already pulling back into 74, from 75 into 85, now back into like 70. 78. So Wells Fargo absolutely on the move here. It's going to be a wild one. It was a crazy day today, led by the chips, led by Palantir. We'll have earnings after the bell. We got Brian Shannon coming through as well on the market recap show, everybody. It's Sean, it's Adara, it's Brian Shannon, and Wells Fargo going nuts. Recap starts now, everybody.
Making sure that Brian Shannon. Oh, no. No, he is not.
Okay.
All good, my friend. Sorry to do this live, but I forgot. I mentioned that I was going to do it because Adair and I normally he does message me. It's all good, Brian. Just got your message. Thank you so much. Brian Shannon will not be joining us. We don't need Brian Shannon, man. All right, let's go find out. There it is. Federal Reserve announces Wells Fargo is no longer subject to the asset growth restriction from the board's 2018. Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember trading that. 2018 enforcement action against the bank. So now they're no longer restricted in their growth assets, whatever that means. I do remember that back into 2018. Wells Fargo was really Wow, I just saw Brendan sort of back there. It is sunny. It is sunny days right now here in Toronto, and absolutely loving life right now. Shout out to Marissa. Shout out to my daughter as well. I'll try to get home so you can take the car, but for right now, we'll see. There's Wells Fargo, $85 back into 77. So yeah, that's a fat finger trade for sure right there on Wells Fargo. We're getting ready for Asana earnings, and yeah, that stock might be heating up. That sauna might be a little too hot as it's making a move upside to 1930 right now as well. But the big one we're waiting for is CrowdStrike. So there goes CrowdStrike, not doing too much, but a nice move here in the after hour, just up a little bit. 490, this one, Adair. We've already talked about it. Come at the king and maybe get burned. CrowdStrike right now at the upside. I would say they're going to have to come out with a great guide in order to hold this. So I'm actually a little bearish about the report, but just because if this was like a strict tech name, not just like a hack, cybersecurity, then yeah, maybe this would come to the downside there because this seems like it's priced for perfection. We'll wait to see what happens with CrowdStrike. But just quickly here, as we get ready to rock and to roll, I want to say thank you everybody for joining us one more time here into earnings. It's a little light today on the earnings side of things. So we're going to go over a little bit of a mix of, Hewlett-Packard also earnings out as well. So there goes Hewlett-Packard. Nice upside move. We saw HPQ the other day go a little downside. Here goes HPE trying to make that back upside through $18. 38 cents for HPE adjusted earnings. 38 cents right there. The estimate was 41. I guess they're getting 38. I don't know. I see 34 on EPS from you, Adara. So we'll figure out what's going on with HPE and get that. And you also said Asana also is out. Wow. Okay. Sometimes you don't know about what earnings plays are coming through or not. But right now, there it goes. Nice upside move here for Asana. CrowdStrike also out, I guess. There it is. Who just made that call live on the air right there? There goes a nice move down for CrowdStrike as that's to the downside, reporting 73 cents. CrowdStrike, bye-bye, ciao Bella. We just talked about this live on the air. There it goes to the downside. It could still come back, but again, unless you're perfect, this market's gonna hit you. Ciao, CrowdStrike for now. Anything on a move down for CRW? I'm going to obviously Adara's here doing the best work, but CrowdStrike right here, back into 457. So what do you want to talk about first?
I'll talk about CrowdStrike.
Okay,
so revenue in line. Q1 revenue, 1.1 bill versus estimates of 1.1 bill. There we go. So that's in line. EPS slight beat here. Adjusted earnings of 73 cents per share versus estimates of 66. But revenue, even though it was in line, was up 20% year over year, so not a bad look there. Annual recurring revenue up 22% year over year. And CrowdStrike announced a authorization program here of up to $1 billion. So I'm seeing more numbers come in. Looks like
$1 billion should be fine.
Well, this is interesting though, Sean, because I was just seeing here on X, and compared to my estimates, it looks like a beat for EPS and inline sales. Now it's showing here, it looks like they're actually missed on EPS and sales. So it looks like there's different estimates floating around here, guys. It's a little weird. Q1 adjusted earnings here of 73 cents, missing estimates of 81. I have not seen estimates of 81 for what it's worth. But this is what Benziga is saying here. Sales 1.1 billion versus estimates of 1.16 billion apparently. So this is a bit different. This Benziga number does not really jive with what I've seen earlier, but worth noting. Let's take a look at APE now.
What was the news if you don't remember? Do you remember what MCTR, what that news was?
It was today? A small cap. I don't remember the news.
Because we are up absolutely huge in the after hours again with no ability to halt this thing right now. MCTR basically is now at the mercy of the float and shares outstanding. We have 15 million here on Trade Ideas, but there it goes, man. $44 ticking higher right now for MCTR. Just looking here on the 1 minute chart, on a daily chart, it says halted right now. It's not halted. We'll review this, but there it is on the daily for MCTR. Boom, a big middle finger to the shorts, and now right up here right now. So closing here, next day candle up there, although we are in the after hours. So, okay, let's go with HPE. Are you ready for that or Asana? What do you
let's do. I can do either. So MCTR, there was no news for this ever.
All right, there's HPE
really
then.
Let's talk about great look here. They're actually in a double miss. So,
wow.
Okay. So Q2 earnings here, adjusted earnings of 38 cents per share versus estimates of 41 cents. Sales, 7.63 billion well below estimates here of $8.17 billion. So their revenue up, though, 6% year over year. Annualized recurring revenue or annualized revenue run rate up 46% year over year. But I guess that must be what the street's liking here, even though they did have, from what I'm seeing, a double miss. Let's take a look here at ASAN. That would be Asana, up a cool 10% right now. So this one here, missing a little bit on sales, Sean, 187.27 million versus estimates of 192.6 million. They did narrowly beat here in EPS, 5 cents versus 4 cents expected per share. And their guidance here for Q2, higher end of this guidance is going to be a beat. They guided 4 cents to 5 cents for Q2 adjusted earnings. That would be a beat compared to estimates of 4 cents. Then their sales guide for the quarter also in line here. So 192 to 194 million. The midpoint of that is 193 million, and it is above estimates of 192.2 mil for the quarter. Now, they actually raised their fiscal 2026 guidance as well for ASAN. So raising their EPS guidance all the way to 22 cents versus 33 cents expected. So below estimates, but again, increase here, and they widened their sales guidance as well. Their sales guidance and EPS guidance, even with the raise, still missing estimates pretty heavily, Sean.
All right, good, man. Mixed performances today all around. I mean, depending on what sector you're looking at, as you can see on the sector board right here, we had marijuana to the downside today with MSOS. I mean, this has been a pretty ugly move for them, down now another 3%, as this is never going to, I don't want to say never, but I do not like this as an investment, period. At least with solar and everything like that, I can sort of see the way, even if this gets like legally, federally allowed or whatever, they change the other thing.
I have crowd guidance.
Okay, CrowdStrike. Look, I mean, we're right back into here, into 450. To me, this is a buying opportunity right now. So we're going to find out what this is all about with the guidance. But again, I only was talking about it because of how perfectly it was priced. I brought this up to Steve Teilman. I brought this up yesterday to Michael Noss. The exact same thing I asked him. I said, we're too far away from the 200 period moving average. We had a nice move upside. So, Zscaler gave us an idea that maybe we would beat. But there it is right there, coming back in. I think it's a buy at 453. What does it look like?
I mean, they raised their fiscal 2026 guidance, EPS and sales above estimates, but let's talk here about their Q2 guidance, because that's not so good. Q2, 82 to 84 cents per share. They're expecting well below estimates of 92 cents. They're seeing sales here between 1.145 billion and 1.152 billion for the quarter. Again, below estimates of 1.23 billion. So they did beat here. Their guidance was better than expected for fiscal 2026, the fiscal year. It's Q2, the quarterly guidance, that is going to be a bit of an issue. And I want to clarify, the Benzinga numbers that I'm seeing here, Sean, I'm not seeing them anywhere else.
Okay.
I just want to clarify that. So Benzinga's had a double miss. Everywhere else I'm seeing was inline revenue and an EPS beat. Okay. So I just want to put that out there. We'll have to wait and see how everything shakes out. But all I can do is read the numbers that I'm seeing out here today.
Yeah, no, that's all good, man. That's all good. We'll wait to see, but I do like CrowdStrike there. And then the other one there, HPE, let's just have a double check on that. Upside moving to 1850 and now coming back in just one more time. Let's just review the market just real quickly. Today's Nasdaq was really led by one company. I mean, we can, there's been many other companies, but up 3% at its highs, a little bit higher than that, was NVIDIA. And they really sort of have started this move higher again, taking out, or coming into the post earnings day move. So we'll have to wait to see there. We've already filled out that bottom, then right into there, that high of 142 before earnings. We did make that move back into 132, so down about $10 and making it all back today before going out right at the close near some of those lows. So we'll have to wait to see there as well. I thought we had a big move in. Did we have a big, we just talked about, I want to check out Enphase quickly here today just to see what they did. Yeah, Enphase up 5%. Energy strong today, led by Enphase, which of course is alternative energy. This was a nice performance there today, as we talked about the TAN ETF. So they're a nice little upside move for ENPH, SEDG Solar Edge. Some of these moves up nicely there. There's Wells Fargo now out with the press release confirming that the Fed has lifted their restrictions for growth. So that should be good for them. Now, they were only able to invest a certain amount of their assets. Now that's gone. So there it is, a nice move to the upside. We did get a nice bump also today in energy, as that was a nice move up. We just talked about the TAN ETF. Also going upside is oil today. The VanEck Oil Services ETF, OIH, up 3%, as well as XLE, as that was also up 1.1%. Sort of the drag, not a drag today, but, a sector that wasn't really, sort of upside there. And we did have a nice little pullback here. But again, nicely at the end of the day, move up in XLF, modest gains. As investors really waiting, I believe anyways, for more information. It's nice to see where JP Morgan is, but more information on this tariffs, right? I mean, I just think that if small businesses and the US economy continues to be strong, which it currently is, according to the numbers anyways, again, the PMI data coming through, inflation still seems to be under control. So JP Morgan obviously needs a strong US economy, and as long as that continues to happen, I like this trade. This is another name that I'm in as well. So I do like JP Morgan. I think we're about to break out back into highs. So there it goes today, although not great, still holding some of those levels. I like JP Morgan. But we did have a clean sweep overall. SPY upside there, up 0.53%. Look where that is on the daily. That's looking pretty sweet. You're percentage points away from its all-time high of 613. So you're $20 away from that. Let's call it 3%. The Nasdaq also even less than that, I think 2% away from all-time highs as well. That's up 0.71 today. And then the diamonds, you know, again, we like this stock. I like this maybe the best because you've had laggers with UNH. They have NVIDIA in there as well. NVIDIA's at the same spot it was a year ago. So I do think that if you want to sort of diversify your portfolio, again, this is weighted by price. So I don't love the weighting system here in the diamonds, although it was one of the picks of mine early on. We had got moked on that UNH move to the downside there. And if you see what UNH is doing, still trying to get off the mat. So UNH still down here at 301. I think there's more room to go on the upside of UNH. But basically investors just waiting around here. And let's check out CrowdStrike before I go on to a little ramble here. There's CrowdStrike right now, 355. I like these levels. I don't think there's anything wrong with nibbling here. But remember, you're just back to where you were mid of last week. We're already back into this level. And again, they got a nice bump from Zscaler. Let's see if that's doing anything right here. Look at Zscaler off earnings, boom. So that also created a nice upside move in CrowdStrike. Everyone thinking that they may have a very similar result, and they do not. They actually make a downside move. Adair, take it over for 5 seconds. I'm just gonna get my water.
Yeah, let's get Sean that water. I think I might have accidentally closed my chat, so oh boy to that. But either way, we're gonna yap here, and we're gonna take a look at some stocks. So here's CrowdStrike. I'm gonna pull up. See if I can get a trading view up here. I have tons of lines here on my CrowdStrike, but let's see what we can get here. CRWD, let's not dox myself either. So here, okay, so here's CrowdStrike. Again, lots of VWAPs, lots of lines here. I want to take a look at the daily again. We are at all-time highs, but look at this area here. That right now around this earnings low where we're consolidating, 455. 455 was a previous all-time high back in February of 2025, and guess what, guys? We bounced off of this, as Sean mentioned last week around Thursday. We have a bit of a double bottom here. If you actually, what, triple bottom at that 294 level? Apologies for my voice getting high, but I really like this chart. I like this uptrend from when we made that triple bottom. I honestly, excuse all the lines here, but I actually think CrowdStrike looks like it could bounce from this level. It sold off at earnings. That is to be expected. We had a crazy run up, but I think the fact that we have this, I think we have some nice support, to be quite honest. If you zoom out on this chart, when in doubt, zoom out, as our friend Brian Shannon says. And I do think the fact that this is where we're consolidating, this 456, man, this is something I would jump into, like whatever analogy you want to use. I like this look.
Another name that's under pressure, thanks Adair for doing that, was when and got it. Cheers up, Hydration Nation. Here, you have your water here. Wait for it. Ting.
Ding. Shot.
That nice vodka right there. Yo, Joe, you putting your jacket on there? Looking good, man. This guy's coming in full job. You know how many sports coats I own? One. Joe owns probably 35, probably, maybe. But everything matches with this guy. Come over here, Joe. I want everyone to see this guy. Come over here, Joe. This is the kind of stuff that we have to put up with here at Trader TV. I just walk right through the camera. It's all good. No problem. Look at this guy. Smooth operator. Look at it. This is what you see on the streets when Joe's walking around. You know, even the jacket just on one arm. No, the one. Yeah. That's.
One arm, we want to go with
No, go with it all. Go with it all. Okay, there it is. You even got a pocket square?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you going to a wedding later on or something? You looking good though. I like it, man. Very, very sharp. Man, oh man, ladies, watch out now. Joe is going outside, boy. Yeah, okay, it's summertime. No tarps off, my guy. Save that for the bro show. Okay, here we go, man. Under a little bit of trouble, but not today, is GM and Ford, man. I mean, as we get ready for aluminum. Look, man, when it's your show, you just bring on whoever you want. You go get waters whenever you want. You bring on whoever you want. This is what we're doing here. We're live every single day right here at Trade TV Live. I do want to address something. We are missing, obviously, Bears versus Bulls on the chat. All is well with him, so don't worry about that. We'll find out more about Bears versus Bulls, but thank you for all the concern there in the chat. He's feeling well. Okay, so just quickly here, I was wondering about 47 and change here. GM, again, we heard Donald Trump go from 25 on steel up to 50 for the tariffs right there. It's not going to be good for countries like ours here. Ooh, I just heard in my ear, tariffs effective 12/01, June 4th. So this is, no, not good, not good. Opposite there. And so we'll see. That was Fabian getting a little excited there on the ones and twos, but yeah, okay, that's more like it. There we go. No, so we'll see if that has any effect here. Ford, GM, but that was always the case. So it's just, that we just got that in my ear right now. So now we're waiting to see if there's anything going on. We heard CLF had a nice, okay, so nothing going on. I did want to bring up Cliffs again, because we saw Nucor, which was a big move as well. Wow, I didn't actually realize how beat up this name actually was, getting a nice bump there off of some of this news. Again, stateside, countryside in the United States, good move there for Cliffs yesterday. And then Nucor, I always thought Nucor was the best of breed, but again, these steel names definitely hit to the downside. I mean, if you do think that the taco trade is on, you may want to buy, or actually it would be the opposite in this. You may want to sell some of these names coming back in, but we'll wait to see what happens with Nucor and all of that as tariffs on right now to any steel produced outside of the United States, brought into the United States. Those companies would pay 25% more. So not great for Ford, not great for anybody else doing business with steel and producing there in the United States.
So I want to clarify too here. Philip Sanchez here, Philly, saying that's news we already knew. That is correct. Caroline Levitt here, White House press secretary, said that this is going to come into effect tomorrow. Apparently Donald Trump's going to sign off on it today. But yeah, we're going to get that doubling of steel tariffs. It's going to come into effect basically midnight, I guess 12:01 a.m. tomorrow. So just be aware we will have them tomorrow. It's not necessarily new. I know you're researching, are these tariffs strictly steel? Says Tyler versus steel and aluminum. So that's my knowledge there. Again, I'd like to look more into it. But I'll do what I can here. Keep an eye here on QBTS. Apparently, D-Wave Quantum filing for a shelf registration for potential sale. Oh, I just typed WBTS, my bad. Here, so drop here for QBTS. Filing for a shelf registration for potential sale of up to $500 million in common stock.
Oh, okay. That's, all right, that's not that bad as I thought. Market cap right now of $5 billion. If they're going to go 500 million, that's fine. But there's the downside kick there. If you're holding shares, I think you're pretty happy that we are now bouncing on Quantum down here at 17. I would not consider that. Normally, it's like if they're going to drop 25 or 30% of their market cap back on the market, that's not going to be good. But well received right there for QBTS. I'd be very, very careful. Earnings per share still red on this name. I think earnings per share red everywhere. This should not affect Rigetti. Rigetti already did their offering last week, and then you're going to probably get Oklo and all those names as well, or IonQ, sorry, in the quantum space, maybe doing the same. And there's the earnings per share for Rigetti as well at minus 0.08 cents there. So not good for earnings on these quantum names. But again, we've been pretty upfront with earnings, and that is that they know that quantum is years away from any apps or anything like that where they're actually implemented into the market. And I was wondering about quantum. And you guys tell me in the chat, what does quantum do to Bitcoin? I was always worried about, I've been invested in quantum for forever. It's just, I was nervous about it potentially breaking the blockchain. Once quantum computing can come in there, what does that mean for encryption and things like that? So whether it's not blockchain or not, what does it mean for all the encryption, which I think is why you do see names like Zscaler, CrowdStrike, and all that continue to be really popular. CrowdStrike really holding that level that I like at 450, man. So we'll see if it can wind up holding down 4% right now is CrowdStrike. I want to thank everybody for watching, man. Again, not too many earnings today, but still almost 4,000 of you watching, man. So we really appreciate that. Thank you for all of that. Now it's time to go over our stock heat map just real quickly right now, just to look to see if we can get a good idea of some of the names that were bouncing around here today, whatnot. So here we go. Apple and Microsoft sort of leading the way here. Apple NVIDIA, sorry, not Microsoft. NVIDIA 2.8%. Nice move there higher as we regain some of those levels off of earnings again. Nice move there for NVIDIA. Chips ahoy on that one. And as Donald Trump still starts talking again about more positive, hopefully traveling over there to China or at least meeting, talking with President, we can get that going. Broadcom, what a move for Broadcom. Neil was speaking about SMH and saying that it was really just being led by NVIDIA. I didn't want to interrupt, but Broadcom, that's the name. Texas Instruments, Qualcomm. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit for you. There's Texas Instruments and Qualcomm and Boeing in this space as well, or I don't know. But there's a nice move there back in for the electronic technology. Nice play. What were the negative names today? More over on the other side right here, as we have Google down 1.69%. We got that little scare early on Google that potentially Apple was choosing Perplexity instead of Gemini. We got a report about a month and a half ago or so that Gemini may get leaked into Google or into Apple. I think they're going to use everything and just give you the option, whatever you want. But it's what's going to be backing Siri. We do hear from them Monday on WWDC, June the 9th. That's going to come out. And then Sharif was kind of like, oh man, WDC was so disappointing last year. Apple went up 10% in 4 days during WDC. So we'll see. Hopefully it's just as disappointing again, right? And then we can get that move higher. So we'll wait to see what's going on there. Palantir leads the way every day, it seems like, especially when the market wants to go. The beta on this, Obi pointed out, over 2 to 1 to the market. So right there, Palantir today up. Hello, Alex? Yeah, we're talking about it. Yeah, I'll call you after. All right, see you, Alex. But there it is, man. A nice little move up there for Palantir today. There's JP Morgan, Berkshire downside. Not sure what's going on with that. We do know that they do have a lot of I thought they had a lot of Wells Fargo. We'll have to check their filing. But Berkshire there with Wells Fargo should do better there tomorrow if that's the case. This little symbol over here, Tesla, up 0.46. That was nice. But what a day Tesla had today. If we're going to look at that, CrowdStrike still holding. Yeah, Tesla was a great stock, actually. We wound up being okay on it. Well, we were down on it, but okay because we did not suffer this move. Again, you had called that up, and I think we talked about some of the things that Elon was talking about, and it wasn't great, man. He does not like that bill. All the work and all the negativity that he had to put up with going through Doge and trying to cut some of those, different areas of government spending their departments.
He's not pleased.
He's not pleased because he had to put a lot of people unemployed and whatnot, I guess. I mean, you guys are living it. We don't have Doge here, but you could see Tesla's stock kind of was going the other way. A little bit of a hit now, not liking the fact that they're just going to spend all that money again, running some talk there. So nice downside push there for Tesla into the close. I don't know if it had anything to do with that, but again, their market cap still pretty nice, 1.1 trillion. Remember when they were like 500 billion or something? They're up double on the year. Yeah. Tesla, not year to date, year over year, up double right now for Tesla. You got something else for us?
Well, I just wanted to comment on that. I think part of it might be, at least from my perspective, when I saw that is, what are the biggest things? Like Tesla ran up crazy after the election. A lot of things ran up, but with Tesla, we know that he was very close. Elon Musk became close with Trump about a month before the election, and people viewed this as really positive for the stock initially, right? Because he can use his connections to maybe get some of these deals. Right. So, but then when he became too focused, when he got into Doge, it kind of became a negative for the stock. But here's the thing. There was very clearly when he left the administration, I guess officially last week, there was still the sense, even in Donald Trump's truth post, he'll always be with us, kind of. Like there was really very much the sense of camaraderie still. Then Elon Musk publicly disses the one big beautiful bill. That is Trump's baby. That is Trump's child. So I think maybe there could be a bit of a sentiment shift there from like Elon being associated might be okay there for his, the company itself. But if he's going against Trump now, that could be viewed as a bit negative. It's like people want some weird happy medium where he's involved, but not too involved, but not too uninvolved. That's my interpretation. Who knows?
No, I think that's exactly right because it's kind of like when we're scratching each other's backs, and it's like Elon's going to need some help federally and statewide to make sure that the robo taxis and all this goes out without exactly what you're saying. So good look there. What was a winner today was Robinhood. Oh boy, what a move up there for Robinhood, just absolutely smoking. We wrote down today on the sticky note that we wanted to grab 70 long, but as you can see, that's a long gone right now, up to 71.60. Robinhood continues to doing, again, a great deal of work for stockholders. Nice move there. You're talking about a double up from those lows as well. That was $31 up to $71. There goes Robinhood. And then another name that I just can't weave around.
Ooh.
I mean, honestly, man, CoreWeave right here. Like, we thought the move was pretty incredible over the last couple days. And then it's like, well, today's another day. What about 25% more there for CoreWeave today? Just going up here in the after hours, just continues to go higher. And I haven't traded one share of CoreWeave, I don't think. I don't even know if I was long. I mean, probably I was long off the IPO.
You were in the IPO.
I was in the IPO. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So definitely in the IPO, but wow, definitely not part of this right there. As CoreWeave, IPO up, IPO down, comes right back into those levels of $37, and it's now just 150. You know, that was less than, or about 5 weeks ago. Down there. Last week of April, we made that bottom, and then now it is all the way up. A name that's not having similar success, Webull. Webull down to $11 and change today, down another 3.6%. Again, you know, not great, down 16% since it's open, and we're going to wait to see right there. 13.17, I believe its IPO was in and around $13. Gets up there that day, closes that day around the same. Then the very next day, we blast higher on that as it just gets going. And I feel bad for anybody that bought on this candle or this candle or this candle or that candle or this candle or that candle. You see where I'm going? Because we are all the way down to the downside. I think Webull probably needs to get bought at some point. I may take a stab at this one as well. All right, man, we are getting on in time. I'm surprised we don't have that horn going yet as we get ready to wrap up the show. I did want, whoa, there it is. Okay, well, it's 4:30 now. Eli Lilly, a recent name that I had bought in as well, but I bought right at this level. So looking to get some more in, did not get filled down here at 700. We didn't get that opportunity. So if it does come back in, I do want to buy some more. But yeah, I'm waiting for Webull as well. People have $8, $7 targets in the chat. Look, we did a great job today. We did not have Brian Shannon. I'm sorry about that, but Adair and I definitely covered a lot of the names. Let's just go over some of the earnings plays just real quickly. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, man. All right, so CoreWeave. Yeah, let's go through our stock split. Those are one of my favorite ones right there as well. Let's blitz these names just real quickly. There's CrowdStrike down 5%. Again, not a great number, but they do issue that. I think it was $1 billion buyback or something like that. Yeah, so a nice move there for CrowdStrike coming back in. If we look at the daily for Crowd, I think we've done a good job here pulling all the way back in. Let's see how it settles down. Let's use our 3-day rule, the same rule we used on CRM to get back into CRM today on the upgrade. As soon as I saw Dare at that board, upgrade CRM, let's buy it and not miss the boat on that one. As we say, we're going to buy lots of things. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. That's CRM. Asana comes out today, and that name was downside, I believe. Let me check a 1-minute chart. Yes. So upside early, which was confusing me when I saw the chart, but Asana now also pulling back in, relatively flat. So we'll, you know, that report kind of doesn't give too much concern there, but Asana just hovering around its price. It has a lot of work to do to get back up. And then HPE, again, we saw HPQ last week. HPE, that's what it looks like on the daily, and this is what it looks like today. A nice beat for Hewlett-Packard Enterprise there to the upside. So yeah, so far so good here with earnings today, not that bad. And let's just see what NVIDIA is doing here in the after hours. Not much, just tricking down a little bit. And then another name that's very popular, Tesla as well, downside. QBTS off that offering. I said it wasn't that bad, and there it is right there, bouncing off of 17. So a pretty good look there for quantum names and QBTS. Okay, Adara, I was thinking about what I was going to ask you because we always do something pretty fun and pretty special.
Okay.
This one, I'm interested to hear your opinion here because I don't know where you're going to go with it.
I never know these ahead of time either, guys. I don't think Sean does either.
Nor do I. I make it up as we go right here. But this is your favorite day of the week.
Oh, you know what? I like a Thursday.
Okay, boom. Thursday is also my favorite day of the week.
I was going to ask you, what's yours?
Yeah, I love Thursday because you're looking forward to Friday.
Yes.
Right?
The week is more than half over.
Right, exactly. So you kind of like, you celebrate that it's Thursday night because you can kind of do something. That's a good party night. There's a lot of good parties, good industry night as well. So Thursday's a pretty good night. And then also you're looking forward to Friday because then it's like, yes, Friday's here. So you get like the cheer on Friday. And then when Friday happens, you still got Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
I like Thursday. Plus, Shout out to the NFL. It starts the new week when you have Thursday
I didn't know that.
night football. So
it's a good night of contemplation. That's why,
yeah,
you know,
yeah. And
it's
it had
kind of a
Seinfeld
chill
was on.
Is that when Seinfeld was on?
Was on there.
That.
Friends also was on a Thursday, but I was
that's
obviously
pretty cool.
a Seinfeld guy. All right, from everybody here, that's Adara. I'm Sean. There's Fabian. There's Ramin. Joe's outside, Joe's over there doing something. He's still got the jacket over his, there he is. Hey, what's up, Joe? Everyone can see you guys there. Wayne, Joe, and Joe, 2 Joes going
Double
through
Joe.
there. Oh, and then there's Brendo as well, I think.
Obi's probably hiding behind the
that was
elbow.
Ramin, sorry.
Yeah.
Coming through there on the chair. So, all right, thank you to everybody again. Thanks for watching. We couldn't do this without every single one of you. Make sure, more news?
UK steel tariffs apparently remaining at 25% for now. So 50% steel tariffs, 25% for UK for now.
Grab those tacos. All right, thank you to everybody. We'll see everybody. Yeah, Saturday. I should have said weekday, maybe. I mean, I think most people's favorite days are Saturdays.
Not me.
No, not me either.
Because then the weekend is almost over. Why would I do that?
I'm going to ask Neil. I bet you he says Saturday. Let's wait to see tomorrow. All right, thank you so much. It's 8:30 tomorrow morning. That's when we're back. We'll see you then.
See you guys.
You found the best trading show on the planet. So what are you going to do now? Simple. Hit the like, subscribe, and share it. It's Trader TV Live. We're here, baby.